I think we're live. I don't know. It looks like we're live. Sorry about that, folks. I'm not quite sure what happened. Alright, folks. I think we're live again. Sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what happened, but we're back. I don't know what happened, but you know what? Quick fix. It's gonna be a bit weird in the thingamabob, but that's okay. In the the stream replays, but in terms of live experience, hopefully you guys can see it. Now, unfortunately, I don't know exactly when you guys lost the stream, but Ahmed ultimately lost. Lucas did win that game at the last second there. So, sorry about that, but we should just be ready to roll. Can they not see my I think they're in this game, so we should just be ready to roll here. Yes, so let me answer the question. Oh my goodness. Well, two questions. Really quickly, Dr. D, the next one, we already have a 2v2 lined up, but the third stream of the day is open, and it will be randomly drawn from viewers in the chat. So if you stick around, you can get into the one, the one to follow. Now, Borrow should have automatically updated, but it didn't. So I'm going to tell you guys, there is one game the way of Lucas, so I updated that. The one game towards Lucas. Here we go. Ooh, a nice start, though, for Ahmed to maybe make up for it. But let me quickly answer the question from Dwarf, because he asked it, and I started to answer, but I was not live when I answered it. So let me re-answer it. Dwarf, great question, and there's two ways. So number one way is just be in my Discord and ask. If you know, I stream every Thursday and Saturday, and on Thursdays, it's always the same time. So especially for Thursdays, but also for Saturdays, you can just ask me if you can play on the stream that day, and I might say yes. But the one way to guarantee and actually be, like, for real scheduling, like, there's always going to be, an opening match like this one. I try to get opening matches on Thursdays and Saturday streams, right? The way to schedule yourself into these is, like, to become a member of their channel. So Diamond members, they can schedule streams, and if you're a Grand Champ member, you can just be guaranteed a spot in these show matches, at least one show match each stream. But again, that's like a paid thing, which is completely optional, not at all required, but that's one way to schedule. For sure, you get your own channel that only Diamond members are in, and I ask for people there. So I ask for people. That's the second matches day, is actually the members of the channel. We have a couple members in the channel. But here we go, though. That's a nice goal from Ahmed. Puts himself up to... Oh, great start. A great start. Yeah, Sean, why'd you leave us? It bugs. I don't know what happened. Ahmed makes it 3. Nicely done for the Iraqi. Starting off strong here in game number 2. Sorry, trick shotters. I disconnected. I'm not quite sure what happened. It makes sense now. Yeah, Dwarf. So if you just joined the Discord and asked me. So, for example, Ahmed literally just he added me in our Discord, and he asked me if he could play on the Thursday stream, and that was a while back. I mean, he probably asked me on last weekend, like Sunday, and I said, or I didn't actually respond until today, but I did eventually say, yeah, there's an opening, you can play. So just join the Discord. Link is in the description, by the way, for the Discord, and that's where I get people for these show matches. Here we go, though. Is that a goal for Ahmed? No, if it would have been 4-0, that would have been a start to be a bit of a runaway. Surprisingly, Lucas did win game number 1, but now has been struggling. We'll have to see if Lucas can overcome. Meanwhile, I am going to take a moment to restart the fan poll. I don't know where the fan poll was at, but we're going to restart it. Who will win the series? Is it going to be Ahmed? Or actually, let me start off with Lucas or Ahmed. And it is a bit balanced, because although Ahmed is running away with this game, Lucas, he won game 1, and now he piles on his first goal of this game to kind of signify that he's not out of it. He is not out of it. You have 4 channels, and you can't text anyone on it. Well, no worries, Dwarf. I mean, if you don't have a Discord, that's okay. I feel bad because you won't be able to schedule show matches in advance. That's unfortunately, I can't offer any other things. But trick shotters, I've been doing Discord for a while now. It's been in the description of all my streams for months. But yes, I have a Discord, and I'm trying to push it more. Yeah. So if you can join, that's where you can get in these show matches. And like I said, if you become a member, you get access to some exclusive Discord rules, channels, and other perks. Or, I mean, those are the perks. I shouldn't say other perks. So if you become a Diamond member, you get an exclusive channel where I schedule show matches with Diamond members, and you get the Diamond member role. Sorry about that, Trick Shotters. Well, you can still play, for the record. You just can't schedule a show match in advance. You can still play. And in fact, after our 2v2 later today, we will have some viewers playing the show match. So while we're going here, I'm going to mention the vote is 50-50. Make sure to vote for who you think's going to win. Will it be Lucas, who gets goal number 2 here, or Ahmed? This game is starting to get away from Ahmed, but he still can close it up. He still can close this one up. Weekly, so Trick Shotters, after my Saturday stream, I will start asking members if they want to be in the Thursday or next Saturday. So basically, after my Saturday stream, that's when I start scheduling for the next 2 streams. So, Mr. 10, you are correct. As far as I understand it, that is the matchup. Now, I will say, Foodie and Twisted kind of complained, but that's the matchup I have down, Mr. 10. You played last Thursday. You hit that very nice double tap. Yeah. You did. That was a good one. Welcome, FCB. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing today, Mr. FCB? It's not you and Igor. It's me and Igor. Oh, yeah. Sorry. We switched it around, ABAX, but it is a 2v2 involving the 4 of you. Yeah, we switched it around. I forgot about that. Ahmed does get goal number 4. So, for a minute here, it looked like Lucas was making the comeback, but Ahmed gets goal number 4. He shuts that one down, and not a bad time to do it. There's a minute 22 on the clock. If you stick down just ahead 1 goal into the final minute of the game, you start to get worried. I mean, Lucas could have easily tied this game. Instead, Ahmed running away with it here, goal number 5, and he wants to tie this series right up at 1 game apiece. Great question. It is not a tournament, FCB. This is just a show match. So it's a best of 5, and one of these 2 players will win. And really, they're just playing for pride. I mean, but a lot of people really want to win when they play these show matches on my stream. So, you know, a lot of bragging rights on the line here, and they just want to close out the best of 5 victory. You got to win 3 games to do so. Right now, Lucas has won game number 1, but he has to win 2 more games. Meanwhile, Ahmed trying to tie things up and looking pretty close to it. We're going to have to see what they can do. Igor, you know what? We'll see what Fooney says, and if Fooney and Twisted say no, then we probably won't do it, but we'll see what happens. Ahmed puts that off the backboard. Is that a chance at a save? It is. Lucas putting it down the field. And, like, listen, I don't think it needs to be perfectly balanced as long as it's somewhat competitive. So if you guys think it'll be competitive and you want to go for it, I'm all for that, Mr. 10. I'm all for that. You're already saying no? Well, Twisted, do you have anybody else to play, Twisted? Because I want to get right into the next match. I don't want to have a break between. Lucas, speaking about not wanting any breaks, he doesn't want this game to end. He wants to keep this one going, and he doesn't give up quite yet. 23 seconds on the clock. It's a long shot, but 2 goals, not impossible. Not impossible. Let's see if he can do it. Here we go. Lucas, he doesn't have time though. 15 seconds. He has to march down the field and score with time remaining. Ahmed trying to prevent that reality. A snapshot. Is it in? It is! Lucas scores with 7 seconds to go. Keeping this game alive. Well, Ashan, 2 things. Number 1, Abax and Igor and you and Igor won't work because that's doubled up Igor's. I'm just kidding. But, I mean, I'm not kidding, but I know that was just a mistype. Here we go, though. Let's finish off this game here. Lucas has an opportunity, but the ball is hit away, and it will stick on the ground. Ahmed takes home game number 2 and ties this series up. Lucas may be winning in the fan vote. 67% of you believing in a Lucas victory, but this series is tied right back up. Tied right back up, indeed. Ahmed and Lucas putting on a show for us. Oh, so Roblox, Dwarf, yeah, I see you on, I see you. You have to go to the rules, and you have to click the check mark. Roblox. And that's how you, or Dwarf, that's how you get into it. I saw your message. Alright, let me, at my Discord that we're live here. Let me make sure I got the right link. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, you probably heard my own self say something. But here we go into the next game. This has been it's gonna be a close series. It's gonna be a close series. Yeah, Dwarf, if you accept the rules by clicking the green check mark, you will gain access to the rest of the server. And for anyone that wants to join my Discord, that's how you get access to the full server. Here we go, game number 3. Definitely could go either way. We're gonna have to find out who will emerge victorious here. Again, definitely could go either way. We'll have to see how it goes. Alrighty, here we go. An opportunity, but a save there. Lucas can't quite take the lead, but they do bet this ball by Ahmed. And there's a chance here to finish the job. Lucas will start off game number 3 in the lead. An important one as we start here. We'll have to see what can Ahmed do to win this series. And it all starts with getting on match point. The winner of this game will do exactly that, put themselves with an opportunity to win the series in 4 games, not 5. So a very important one indeed. Welcome, I Have Trust Issues, to the chat. How are you doing today, Mr. I Have Trust Issues? And great question, where is Funi? I don't know where Funi's at. I do not know. So Igor, I don't know, you know, I'm not opposed to you guys playing Funi and Twisted, but if Twisted says no, at the end of the day, this is Twisted's scheduled show match as a channel member, so I kind of letting them pick their opponent within reason. I think that's within, I think you guys are within reason, to be frank, but we'll see what happens here. You can text people now. Perfect, Dwarf, perfect. Here we go though, Lucas. An opportunity. This ball is high. Could be goal number 2, but no, Ahmed will see that one away. It's starting to look a little dangerous here, though, Ahmed. You know, if he doesn't get a goal as we enter this final 3 minutes 30-ish seconds, it's going to be a struggle. I think we've seen Lucas with a large lead just sit on it. That was game number 1. He sat on the lead, and Ahmed made it closer, sure, but he never could get back into it. Not going to be the case today, though. Ahmed ties this game up, doesn't let the lead build, and we have a tie game entering the final bit of this match. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go. It could go either way. Fan vote also could go either way. Right now, Lucas is winning. 64% of you believe in the Swedish player, believe the Swede can emerge victorious, but Ahmed, not to be outdone, might take the lead here. Not quite to be, but still dangerous look, though. Here, an equally dangerous look the other way. Yes, Dwarf, I am also so... You don't even know how excited I am for RLCS to be back. I have lost a lot of motivation, especially when it comes to making videos, not live streams. Lucas not suffering any lack of motivation with goal number 2. Right back in the lead, and again, if he wins this game, he is on match point. But no, yeah, Dwarf, I am very excited for RLCS. I've been really unmotivated to make videos, and a large part of that is because, like, roster moves are fun and all, but I actually find these, like, all these crazy roster moves demotivating. It's just, like, it's not, the teams are also different, and both my favorite teams made a change, and one of them completely disbanded. Like, Team BDS completely disbanded. Ahmed makes it a tie game. And so anyway, I've been pretty lack of motivated to make, like, good, quality videos. But once the season picks back up, I'm going to love talking about predicting, how the RLCS is going to go. I'm going to be very excited for it. So watch parties as well. I will be doing those for sure. And I'll just be I'll be blunt. I might not do as many show match streams if we're doing watch parties. To be blunt, we're probably not going to do both, but hopefully you guys like the RLCS as much as I do, and hopefully that doesn't bug people. You know what we might do is we might do show matches after the watch party. Lucas will get right back in the lead. We got 2 minutes 22 on the clock, and it's right back in the lead for Lucas. A good start there. Well, let me read Sean's message. We got me and Fooney versus Avax and Agor for 1 game, and if you win by more than 5, we change teams. Okay, I agree with that, Sean. We can do that. We can do that. Welcome, Eagle. Welcome back, Eagle. How are you doing? How are you doing, my friend? RLCS is supposed to start late January, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna try and stream the Invitational Qualifier as a watch party, because like even that is gonna be so fun after a drought. Welcome, Thrifty. Yeah. So unfortunately I don't have a great queue system. And you can really only join as an individual, because we always have so many people that want to play. And maybe we won't, you know, if you stick around the stream and we need 3 people, we totally can get you and your squad in. But Thrifty, the way it usually works is we draw people at random when we get to that point. Lucas says, you know, who cares about the next show match? Let's talk about this one. 5-2 now. He is marching his way to what could be match point in this first series of the day. We'll have to see how it goes. But I appreciate you being here, Thrifty. And we have 2 this one, and we have a second show match already lined up. But for the 3rd match of the day, I will get people in using a random draw. So if you stick around and you're interested in that, great. If you only want to play with your trio, no worries, but probably not today. But Thrifty, get yourself into the Discord, and maybe we'll get you scheduled for a show match in advance. This could be goal number 6 for Lucas, and it is a 4-goal lead. Means that he very well is likely on his way to that match point scenario. It's gonna be a fun one if we do see him on match point, because I think Ahmed plays better when his back's against the wall, and we could easily see this taken all the way to Champs Field to game number 5. We're gonna have to see what'll happen. Great, Eagle. Yeah, I'm happy you're doing well, and my week has been great as well. It's been a lot of fun. You know, Christmas, the holiday. I hope you guys all had an excellent Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys are having a good New Year's. You know, we're not quite at the weekend yet, but I hope you have a great New Year's weekend as we get into it. Yeah, Eagle. So I hope you're doing well. Enjoying the holiday season. Very nice, very nice. Rocket League daily, almost. That's great. Rocket League's a lot of fun when you get into it. You know who's into the swing of things right now? Ahmed. It may just be his 3rd goal this game, but what a goal to get. Flip, reset, double tap. Actually, the defender tapped it in for him, but still a nice one there from Ahmed, and a nice momentum builder. You know, this game may be over. It's not quite over yet. There is a minute 19 on the clock, but even if Ahmed loses this game, to, you know, get a goal, you know, start putting something into this game, into this series, will help him in game number 4. You know, you don't want to lose the series in the next game, so putting a mark on this game, making sure it wasn't a complete runaway, it wasn't a 4-goal, you know, deficit, it'll help him moving into the rest of this series to keep things alive. Well, you know what? Lucas says, nah. Let's run that back, and puts it back to 7-3. I mean, talk about a momentum change. I think now we get a goal down the other way, and Lucas kind of resets that all right back to where it was, square one. We saw in the chat, I mean, 6-2, my goodness, and indeed, 7-3, just as much of a gut punch, I'd say, for Ahmed. We'll have to see if he can overcome, you know, that in the next game. Did I try to get better on my alt or on my main? On your main account. You do not need an alt in Rocket League. The only reason you would ever need an alt is if you're... Well, first of all, don't ever smurf. But what I was gonna say, and I realize it's kind of smurfing. It's not really smurfing. If you're playing with a lower ranked friend, it's not smurfing as long as you always are trying to win. So if you just play with your low ranked friend on a separate account, and as long as you're trying to win, that is completely legal in terms of Rocket League rules, and that's the only reason you would need a second account is if you have a bunch of lower ranked friends that you don't want to play ranks with you on your main. But you know what? You know who might need an alt account to play with friends? Lucas. Look at that goal. I mean, if he had some friends in lower ranks, they'd be way out of their league there. A nice one, and it's looking like match point for Lucas. 18 seconds. I'm going to call it here. 2 games to 1 now is Lucas, and you know what that means? 1 more game, and he will win this series. On the other side of things, Ahmed has a lot of work to do. He may get a goal here, but a lot of work indeed. We'll have to see what he can do. Lucas is superior in every way. It is looking like that way. 67% of you in the fan poll agree, and you think Lucas has got this one in the bag, and I wouldn't be too surprised. You know, up 8 goals to 4, definitely possible that he will emerge victorious here. We'll have to see though. One more game, you know, it's not over. It's not over till it's over, and Ahmed, he has another opportunity in the next game to win in Force Champs Field. He does get a save there. That's good for the momentum. I mean, not massive, but it is good. It is good. Well, an interesting question in the chat from FCB is 3,200 impressions on a video good? Well, FCB, I'm going to be completely honest. That is so context dependent that I can't tell you. I don't know anything about your channel. I don't know anything about the niche you're in. I don't know. Well, it might be Rocket League, I'm assuming, if you're here. But, you know, that depends. And it also depends on a lot of other things, too. Like, impressions don't sit in a vacuum. So I'd be curious to see what your stats were on the video, all that sort of stuff. But I'm not a YouTube expert by any means. I'm just sitting here on, what, 649 subs. But let's get into the next game. I don't want to hold him up too much here. It is match point for Lucas, and Ahmed potentially could win the could force champs field. Let's see if he will do it or if Lucas will win the series. But right now, Lucas still with a 67% lead in the series. Let's see if he'll emerge victorious here. Into the game now. I have trust issues helping your friend because he's silver 3 and you're gold 3. Honestly, you might as well just play on your main. I don't think that's enough of a difference. But if you really want to play silvers and not golds with your friends, maybe you make an alt account just to play with him. That said, do not derank it. If you play all your matches to win. And even if you don't do as well as on your main because you're playing with a lower ranked friend, as long as you're always trying to win every match in a very important, including the placements, you have to try and win your placements. You're fine. You're not breaking any rules, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have it all. I only play on my main account, but if, you know, it's up to you. The only kind of game I ever have alts on is, I have alts in MMOs because it's helpful for materials and stuff. As we get a goal here from Lucas, 2-0 now. He is looking like a runaway with this series. We're going to have to see if he can emerge victorious here. So, Reppy, the next 2v2 is already determined, unfortunately for you. But there's going to be another match after that. So, we got this 1v1, then a 2v2, and the third match of the day will be with random people. So, everyone that wants to play, you'll definitely be able to get in on the next one. So, you'll have to stick around and try and get on the next one. Welcome, Nez. Welcome, Nez. How are you doing today, Mr. Nez? How do you record your games on Switch? Well, I have trust issues. I'm going to be blunt. I don't know how to stream or record on the Switch. There are ways to edit videos on the phone. There are, like, actual legit video editing softwares on your phone. Lucas will get goal number 3 here. Now, it's obviously harder. If you had a computer, I would absolutely recommend using your computer to do YouTube. But in theory, you could be a content creator with just a phone. It's just a lot harder. So my advice to you would be find out a way to record native to the Switch. Then get yourself a Google Drive account and send the recordings from Switch to Google Drive and then edit the video on your phone. It's going to be really hard though. I'm going to be blunt. Who is that asked that? I have trust issues. You're going to be spending more time to make the same, it'll take you longer to make a video than it'll take me because you just don't have a computer, to be blunt. Which, you know, if you're okay with that, go for it. It can be fun to start a channel. I wish you luck with that, but it's not going to be easy on Switch. But, good luck with that. Here we go, though. Ahmed, goal number 1 for him. He is not done with this series quite yet. It's not quite over. The rando match, can me and my boy Nez be on the same team? Well, Reppy, I don't know if you'll both be playing, so I don't know how long, I don't know if you missed the last stream or not, but we tried out something new in the last stream. I'm going to keep going today, and that is we will do a random draw. So, depending on who is sitting in the chat when we get to it, you might not both be in the game for sure. But if you are, and the matches line up, or the ranks line up to be even, I'll try and put you guys on the same team. Oh, you do have a computer. I see. Nicely done. Lucas gets goal number 4, and indeed it does look like he is going to run away with this series after all. Hey, Ishan, you have 11 alts on this MMO to get one singular thing? Gotcha. Yeah, you always need alts in MMOs. Hey, Ishan, can you check if Booney is ready to roll? Because your guys' match is coming up, and I don't see him in the chat. So, let Booney know that he's got to be ready and soon. So yeah, I have trust issues said I can do stuff on my phone and computer, but you don't know how to edit stuff. Well, I just learned to edit by doing it. So, you know, find a video editing software that's free. There's a few of them. Well, there's going to be less on the phone, but they do exist. There are free video editing software, you know, that exists on your phone. And especially computer, if you have a computer, you know, use the computer instead. And then just learn one of the free ones, like, I don't know, DaVinci, I think, is free. There's, I'm not going to remember. There's some free ones, though. You can look into it on Reddit and stuff and find a good free video editing software. Is this a goal you're from, Lucas? It'll be goal number 5 if it is, and indeed, that is goal number 5 with 2 minutes, 15 seconds. This series is looking like a done deal. Lucas may be our first champion of the day. We'll have to see if he can finish the job here. Let's find out. Trickshotters, can I play next? I think I've answered this question, but I'll say it again. You cannot play the very next 2v2 because we've already got 4 players lined up. But, barring a need for a sub. But, you can get in on the very next match after that, so don't worry about it. Should you get your friend to edit for you? I would say avoid having other people... Well, people are split on this. I think of editing as the reality that it is work. So I would hate to have someone edit for my channel for nothing if I plan on keeping my channel for myself. So if you want it to be your channel and it's only your channel, I would edit things yourself to start until you have the money to pay for an editor. On the flip side, you can have a channel where 2 people collaborate and work together. So if you want your friend to be the editor and you to be the guy making the content, figure out a way to split ownership of the channel or however you want to run it. Maybe you'll say whenever we do make money, you get this % of the profits, however you want to decide that. And just make sure your editor is getting paid for their work or will get paid if you become profitable, because it's no fair to your friend to take advantage of them like that. And I'm sure there are people out there that do that, but I wouldn't. Don't take advantage of people editing for you is I guess what I would say to answer that question. After these games, will the viewers show matches? They will be 3v3. So unless we don't have enough people, they will probably be 3v3. To be blunt, they will probably be 3v3. Here we go, though. Lucas trying to just dribble time away. On the other side of things, it's a minute 20. That's enough time for 2 goals. Ahmed trying desperately to tie this game up, keep this series alive. He might have a chance here. That was a poor touch by Lucas. Ahmed will steal the boost. He has boost and ball. Gets it over Lucas, pops it in the net, and he gets it. Ahmed gets it, a minute 11 to go. Just down 1 goal in game number 4. He keeps this series alive. He keeps his hopes going. And if Ahmed can get 1 more goal, we might see overtime, and we might see Champions Field. We'll have to see what he can do here. Used DaVinci in high school. Exactly. It's not bad at all for being free. I used DaVinci for a little bit. Now I'm using something that's arguably worse, but it's just easier to use with UI and stuff, so I'm just going for it. Ahmed will get goal number 5 here, indeed, and he does tie things up. Oh, it was a runaway. I missed it because it was a runaway. I mean, there was no build-up to that. Ahmed gets it by the defender who was attacking at the time. He gets it by Lucas, and he slams that goal number 5 home. And with a minute 1, we have a tie game. Now, I don't think we're going to an overtime here. I think someone else is going to score. Or, well, maybe we'd see an overtime, but it would be 6-all or 7-all overtime. There's more in these players' tanks. I feel it in my bones. We're going to have to see who will be the one to break the ice, who will be the one to take the lead entering these final few moments, I should say, not minutes. These final few moments of the game. 42 seconds on the clock now. Ahmed gets that one away from his side of the pitch. Will take possession of this ball. Actually going to go up the sidewall. He has enough boost for an air dribble, but Lucas has an early challenge. Ahmed, double tap, and he gets a goal. No, he misses the double tap. Gets it by the defender, but there wasn't enough oomph on that ball to get it in the net. He will get this one over Lucas, but Lucas there for the ultimate save. 19 seconds to go now, and it's Lucas. A chance and a shot here. He has the boost. He has the ball. Does he have a goal? No! Ahmed with the save, and 10 seconds remain. Both players desperately trying to win in these final moments. That could be it. Ahmed gets a runaway. A 450 from Lucas, and it will indeed be the goal. Ahmed scores. 2 seconds on the clock, and the Iraqi gets the lead late here. Ahmed may very well take this game, force Champions Field, unless Lucas has anything to say about it. 2 seconds. This is what you got to prove what you're made of, Lucas. Do you have anything? Do you have any answer? And the ball pins by him. No answer. Ahmed indeed does win, does force Champs Field, and this series is going the distance. Oh man, these first series of the day have been delivering lately, and this one no exception. We indeed are seeing ourselves on the champs field, and what a better time to do it. What a better time to do it. Let's quickly change up this map here to Champions Field, and I am hype. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. It's gonna be a fun one. Gonna be a fun one indeed. Ahmed versus Lucas. Right now, 71% of you. Massive amount of the fan vote going the way. I just realized you guys can't see the correct chat. The chat's been bugged this whole time. How did no one say anything? My bad. Let me reset the chat. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. How did no one told me the chat was just stuck. But there we go. We should have fixed the chat. Alright, folks, game 5, my goodness. So much on the line here, so much at stake. We'll have to see who can emerge victorious. Will it be Lucas? Will it be Ahmed? Let's find out. Meanwhile, you know, a lot on the line here. Fix the chat. A lot on the line here if you are, you know, either of these players. I think Lucas probably feeling like they should have won in game 4. That one kind of got away from them. On the other side of things, Ahmed not going to be happy that so many games were blowouts. I think the wins that were blowouts were all Lucas's wins. On the other hand, every win from Ahmed's been a close game. We'll have to see how this one goes. Now I'd win. Ahmed confident in the YouTube chat indeed. Right now, he has kept this game tied up, but he's going to want to score, and he's going to want to do it quickly here before Lucas can. Lucas, a breakaway. No! A poor recovery will, you know, bail Ahmed out there. That looked like a goal for Lucas instead. We remain tied up 0-0, and Ahmed has the chance to take first blood. Instead, though, he flies by the ball, and Lucas gets another chance in an open net. This time, he does not miss. Lucas starts us off in game number 5, taking a 1-0 lead. I have trust issues. Good luck, have fun to the players. Well, I appreciate that. I have trust issues. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great evening. So thanks for stopping by. I have trust issues. I hope you have a great night. It is grammatically incorrect, says Mr. 10. Quebec? Oh, that's how you type it. Oh, well, anyway, I don't know what you guys are talking about Quebec, but no worries. You'll be making the videos. He'll do the edits, and you'll pay him like $5. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to do it like that, pay him $5 for editing, go for it. I will just tell you, as Lucas does get goal number 2, you're a nice lead. I think you probably already hopped off, so it doesn't even bother saying it. But if anyone that's interesting does want to start a YouTube channel, you're not going to be making any money to pay your editor for a while. At least, I mean, I'm at 500 subs, and I'm technically making money at this point. But, like, it's not enough to pay for editors. As we get a goal here from Ahmed. Hold on. He is not done. He is not out of this series. He is not out of this game. Especially when he has the kickoff goals on lock. Goal number 1 for Ahmed. He keeps this one close. Now just down 1 goal in the final minute. Or final 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Welcome, King Doggo. Welcome to the chat. Ahmed is playing in the match right now. I think he can hear me. But he's not typing too much because he's obviously playing. He's playing Lucas right now. It is a close game. He's got an opportunity here, but he's going to need to make a save. A tough shot, an even tougher save, but no finish for Ahmed. Lucas gets goal number 3 and walks right back into a 2-goal lead. It's a tough game here for Ahmed. Not over, but he has got a challenge in front of him if he wants to win this game. He's got a challenge. We'll have to see what he can do here. Ahmed and Lucas could go either way, but again, Ahmed with the kickoff goals cannot be contained. If Lucas loses this game, if he loses this series, it's going to be on the back of kickoff goals. He has 0 to his name. Ahmed has at least, I don't know, 1 kickoff goal per game. He is dominating in that aspect, and that can be a huge swing. These goals, you know, they're gonna be the difference maker. If Ahmed can win, it's exactly what he'll do off the back of this. Again, a kickoff goal goes Ahmed's way, and we have a tie game. 3 goals for Ahmed, each and every one of them off the kickoff. Lucas, he needs to ice up. He needs to lock down these kickoffs, or they are going to cost him dearly. 3 minutes remaining. Who will emerge victorious here in this final game of our first series of the day? Let's find out who can do it with 3 minutes on the clock now. Lucas, another opportunity, another nice shot, and no, I was about to say another goal, but instead it pings off the crossbar again. It bounces high, and that might be a runaway goal. Lucas has to work his way back for a save. He does, but it hits the sidewall. Lucas, a 50-50, but Ahmed is there. A chance at a goal. Another nice save out of Lucas, though. Both these players playing very precise for Rocket League, not trying to let anything come through their net. And again, a stop from Lucas. This time a runaway opportunity. If he gets around this ball for a flip reset especially, he doesn't need the flip reset. No, he just gets the on-target touch instead. Ahmed sees it away. Now it's his opportunity. Air dribble. Not even needed. He doesn't need the bump. He finishes the dribble. Just out clean. Gets the goal and takes his first lead of game number 5. Ahmed trying to close out this series with the ice of the century. Half the game to go. Lucas suddenly in the losing position, suddenly has to play from behind for the first time this game, and he still is struggling with these kickoffs. Ahmed makes it 5. His 4th kickoff goal could not come at a better time. He doubles up his lead, and with half the game to go, he just has to hold on for dear life, and he could very well walk away with the victory on Champions Field. Most people asking, folks, next match is looking like it's locked in for 2v2, but if we need any subs, we will grab people from the chat, so stick around, and you could be playing in the match after next, or maybe if we need a sub the next one, but probably not. But here we go, Ahmed. Here's his chance. He's already up 2 goals, but you know he'd love to make it 3. Trying to break past the defender. No. Lucas, a nice save, and if he gets quickly here, he could be goal number 4 for him. He absolutely needs it. He's down 2 goals with 2 minutes to go. There is not time to waste. And he wasted. He does. That one doesn't go his way. A save from Ahmed will mean Lucas has to work his way back, but instead he actually gets the ball for free here. I'm not quite sure what Ahmed was doing. That's a nice fake, and it might lead to a goal. It does! Lucas fakes his way under the defender and cuts the lead to 1. A minute 50 to go, and this game is delivering. I appreciate it, Eagle. Trying to give this game the hype it deserves here as we enter the final minute 50 seconds of game number 5. Everything on line here. The first one kickoff for Lucas in ages. He finally gets a kickoff to go his way. Unfortunately, no goal comes of it, but still a nice start for Lucas. He ultimately gets demoed for his trouble, but again, one of his stronger kickoffs. Now we enter the final minute 30, and you know what? Kickoffs won't mean anything if he can't tie this game. Minute 30 to go, and he needs another goal, and he would like it to be sooner rather than later. Ahmed, oh no. Lucas overcommitted, but it works out in his favor. He demos the defender, and he might have an open and finish. He does! Ahmed races to the ball, can't get there in time, and we have tied the game. A minute 18 to go. These players will not stop the scoring. And I expect that to continue as we enter the final bit of the game here. A minute 18 to go. We are going to see more, probably kickoff goal here. Let's find out who will be the one to get the job done. Who will be the one to score out the kickoff? Is it going to be Ahmed again? It is! Ahmed! I called it. I knew it. It happened. Ahmed, goal number 6. And his kickoffs are the cleanest, the iciest on this pitch. And if Lucas doesn't change that up as quickly as he can, he won't have time to do anything else here. A minute 14 to go. He needs to get another goal. He needs to ice up. He needs to get these kickoffs going. And finally he does! Lucas, his first kickoff goal in literal 3 out of 3 or 4 games. And what a better time. He ties things up. He ties things up. He says, oh, you get a kickoff goal? Oh, here, let me show you how I get my own kickoff goals. Nicely done here. But what a goal, and what a series, what a game. A minute 10, who will have the gusto, who will have the finish, you know, who has that finesse, the finishing touch here to close out what's been a delicate bit of a series. With 60 seconds to show your value, to show your worth, you have to be ever so careful, but you can't play too reserved. It might bite you here, as we nearly see that from Ahmed. He goes for the goal, and indeed, plays a bit too reserved, misses that save, and Lucas takes a 1-goal lead. 49 seconds on the clock, and he is going to be thanking his lucky stars. Ahmed missed that. Who knows how close this game, this series could have gone. Instead, Lucas has an opportunity to close it out cleanly here with 49 seconds on the clock. been able to follow pretty well with. I appreciate that, Eagle. 44 seconds to go. Ahmed, that's a nice save, but again, the saves are meaningless. He has 38 seconds to go, and he must score. If he doesn't, the series is over. Lucas just dribbling this clock away in Ahmed's corner. Instead, though, Ahmed will break away with the ball here. He's on 0 boost, though, so a tough position for him. Here he flicks it over to the defender. Not quite. A 50 goes the way of Lucas. A bit awkward for both players, but with 20 seconds to go, awkwardness is in Lucas's wheelhouse. He just has to take this time away, and as he dribbles down the field, that is exactly what's happening. Another shot, nearly another goal, but a save from Ahmed, and that's actually a nice flick down the field. Lucas has to make a save here. He does, but it isn't enough. No, another shot, another save. Lucas, that could be the final touch, and it is. Game number 5 goes Lucas's way. One goal is indeed the difference, and he wins on Champions Field, closing out the series in a stunner. Ahmed did all he could, but it wasn't enough. That is the series, and indeed it does go the way of Lucas. Congratulations, Lucas, and I want to thank both players. Ahmed, I do appreciate it. Lucas, both of you guys for playing. It's tough to come on these streams and play. What a way to do it, though, Ahmed. I really do think that was a fantastic series from both players, and I really appreciate putting on such a show for us. So thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Lucas. Whew. I am pooped, though. I mean, that was, oh man, that was a lot. That was I put a lot into that one. Let's switch it back to the full screen camera for a second. Oh, this is a bit of a wider view than I usually do. Let me zoom in a bit. Whew, I'm tired. I am obviously we have more series to go, so don't go anywhere if you're enjoying the stream. We will have more series to follow, but let me quickly zoom in just a little bit. My usual bit more nice of a view. And I know the chat's not perfect, but hopefully you guys can see it. I know it's a little faded. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, though. And great question. We got questions in the chat. Can I play next? We have a 2v2 lined up, but I believe we may need a sub. So let me get those players in here. And if we do need one, we will do a drawing for the one spot. So let's quickly throw in the players that are awaiting here. We have Twisted Tide, if I can find him. Twisted, I do see you. We also have Abax. Let me see if I can find Abax. I do. And Igor B. Now, the only person we're waiting on is Funi. I do not see Funi in the game, so I do believe we are going to need one player. So, folks, you don't spam me. Don't you worry. We're gonna pull people in by doing a spin. So, if you give me a second here, we're gonna get a wheel going and spin to find out the last player in this 2v2. I feel really bad that it's only one, but you know what? That makes the spinning wheel make even more sense. So here we go. We got Reppy in the chat. We got David, Alexis. We got, who is it? Frosty. We got Eagle. Frick. Shatters. Who else? Are we missing anybody? That's the list as I see it. We got Nova. Nova, are you still in the chat? Let me see another thing from Nova to know for sure. Whew. What a series, though. What a series. Waffle God, are you still here? Yeah, Nova, we'll put you on the wheel. Waffle God, do you want to be on the wheel? I'm just asking for people. Dwarf Gaming, do you want to be on the wheel? People that I know have been in the chat. If you want to... If you want to get on the wheel, make sure to tell me now. King Dago, do you want to get on the wheel? Well, Nova's here, so I think this is going to be our wheel here. We got 6 people, only one spot. Frosty, I know what you're saying, but we'll rematch the teams, so no matter what rank it is, we'll try and make it work. So here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. Without further ado, you guys can see this, right? Oh, no, you can't see it. 1 second. Sorry. I just realized you guys can't see it. Let me get it so you guys can see. Well, that's not quite right. 1 second. There. Okay, now you guys can see me and the wheel. So perfect. But let's do it. Let's spin the wheel. You'll play the 3. Perfect, Dwarf. No worries at all. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Now you guys can see who is gonna be. Only one, and it's gonna land on Eagle. So Eagle will be our one player here. Congratulations, Eagle. And with that, we will quickly get into the match here. So let me invite, who are we missing? Oh, almost ended the party. Got Twisted Tide Igor. We are missing Abax. Abax, if you're in the chat, make sure to accept your invite. And Akalon as well. So we got Abax, Akalon. I think these are pretty even ranks. So we're going to do Twisted Tide and Akalon versus Igor and Abax, I do believe. Try again. Oh, with the invite? Sure thing. Let me quickly get the barrel set up, but we should be ready to go here for our best of 5. And we're going to have the return of a classic on our stream. It's going to be Pat's Plots versus Team Egg. So right now, by the way, Lucas, the fan vote was correct. Lucas did ultimately win. It was a close one, but out of the 68% of you that voted for Lucas, you were correct. The next vote will be Team Egg or Pat's Plots. Let me quickly get everything settled, and we're going to be getting into the game in just a moment. We got to get the nice logos for Team Egg and Pat's Plots. So if you give me a second here, we will be right into it. I love the egg logo I found. I think it perfectly showcases exactly what Team Egg is all about. Let's quickly get Pat's Plots ready here. All right. Pat's Plots versus Team Egg. And we're going to be getting into this, like I said, in just a second. Whew, okay. I want to ask the players which server they would prefer, EU or NA. But I do believe you guys should be able to see the game here. And you can see we're right about to get started here. In just a minute, we've got Pat's Plots versus Team Eggs. Oh, Abax, if they have a thing, that's fine. Oh my goodness. Okay, folks, it won't be Team Egg. For once, just because this was a bit planned in advance, we have got ourselves a team here. They're going to be Team Underrated. Underrated. All right. Let's go here. I think we'll start on NA and we'll see if it's a problem. And we're going to do our usual map, which is Manfield Night. By popular demand, people always request this map. If you want to play on a different map and you are in one of my show matches, let me know in the party chat and I will try and accommodate you. But for you, usually we just end up playing same old map, which is fine. All right, folks. Are you excited? Let me know in the chat. In the meantime, Pat's Plots versus Underrated. Let's start up a poll. Who will win the series? Will it be Pat's Plots or will it be Underrated? Let me know your thoughts with this fan poll. The poll has started, folks. Let me know your thoughts by voting. There's more show matches. Yes, Trick Shotters. There's a 3v3 to follow. So at least one 3v3 after this best of 5. And we will do a full draw for all 6 participants in that one. So don't you worry. There will be a draw following as Twisted gets goal number 1. Nicely done. An early start here, an early lead for the side in blue for Pat's Plots. But they start off nicely here. It's just a good, nice good start. Really not much more to say to it. Nice and simple. Just beat the defender to the ball and got us started off well. Let's see here. What can these two teams do? We're going to need to see an early comeback on the side of Underrated. And indeed, Underrated is exactly a great way to describe this team. Twisted has been underrating the duo. He has said they believed confidently they would win, and now that was with a different teammate. But still, even with Akalon, you have to imagine Twisted saying they are the favorites here. Yeah, no, but there is another one to follow. So if you stick around, we only had 6 people enter the last one. Odds are you have a very high chance to get into the 3v3. Almost everyone will as Twisted gets goal number 2. Nicely done for Twisted. A great start. That's exactly what you need if you're trying to win this series, strong in a sweep. Start off strong, get the early lead, get the early quick victory. That's a nice start here for Twisted Tide. You have to imagine that could be what we need to see from PatSpots to emerge victorious here. Let's find out. Do they have what it takes, though, to seal the deal, to close out this game and the series? A tough order to get a sweep here. Certainly that will be what Twisted is trying for. He also mentioned if this one's a run, he mentioned he thought it would be a runaway. He thinks they can score 5 or more goals in game number 1. Let's see if that's exactly what happens. If not, this series will continue instead. Akalon gets goal number 3, and maybe it is a runaway. We'll have to see, though, how the rest of this game develops. In the 1v1, we saw a 3-0 lead become a win for the other side, so it's certainly not over. But we're going to need to see a lot out of Underrated. They really need to change things up, turn this series around, or things are not going to go their way. That's a simple thing to say, but it really is the reality of it. If they don't get their rotations under lock, if they don't start getting some offensive pressure of their own, they're going to lose this game, and it won't be close. It won't be pretty. Maybe they don't need rotations if no one's back to save, but indeed, Twisted gets there in the nick of time. That was an unnecessarily close one, though. I feel like PatSpots did not need to cut that so close in terms of saving the ball. Agor now forced to save in his own corner. He does get it out midfield. Avax now is there, but he misses it, and the ball is on target for Akalon. He whips on it, Akalon puts it central, and just like that, it's a 4-0 lead. PatSpots running away with it here. Running away with it. Let's see if Underrated can do anything to make a comeback here. If not, it will be an early and swift victory on the side of PatSpots, but not to be outdone. Avax getting a nice shot on target there. Now it's a pass to him, an open net finish, he gets it! Avax gets it, the first goal for Underrated, and they cut this lead all the way down back to 3 with 3 minutes to go. There's enough time to still make a comeback, but they're gonna have to start, racking up these points. 1 goal's great, but it's just a start. We need to see them really lock in and deliver, especially on these kickoffs, as yet again it's another struggle. It might be a kickoff goal, and it is. Akalon double taps that one home off the brilliant kickoff from Twisted Tide, and that's going to be where we see Underrated really struggle. If they can't get these kickoffs under control, they will lose this series, and it will not be pretty. 5-1 now on the side of PatSpots. Do Underrated have another goal in them? Well, let's find out here as we enter the final 2 minutes, 51 seconds. Welcome, Julie, in the chat. How are you doing today, Julie? An opportunity for Twisted Tide on his backboard to get a save, and he does. That's a bit awkward, though. Igor B will 50 this central. Avax probably going to be there for another change in his shot. He is low on boost, though, so he has to take this one off the wall. That's a nice. He gets it by 1. Can he get it by Twisted? No, he does, but it's to the sidewall. Now Avax turtling to this ball. Nearly rose the block with a 50-50 instead. Didn't have enough boost to make anything of it. Twisted Tide, though, that's a poor play. Puts it past the middle, and no one can get the shot. In fact, Avax will get a race down the field. He might have an open net finish. He fakes out the defender and gets the goal. Avax, what a brilliant play. Twisted Tide underestimating them indeed. Their name is accurate, Underrated, and they indeed have been underrated heading into this game. But they get a goal here and prove why perhaps they shouldn't be. Julie, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I hope you enjoyed the show match stream. I am getting viewers in, so the very next best of 5 after this, we will pull 6 viewers at random from the chat. So if you stick around, you might be able to get into the next one. Avax, here's an opportunity. Puts it towards the sidewall. Akalon into the corner. Nothing to do there. The ball picked down the field. Nicely on the sidewall there. No one to read it, though, and it's going to be maybe Twisted Tide ball. He gets there first onto the sidewall. Indeed, yeah, indeed, really good goal. Indeed, if you stick around, you'll be able to maybe play in one of the later show matches today. I try and cast him, and I try to make this, it's not RLCS, but I try and make it feel like an RLCS match, So if you want to play in a match and have that to listen back to or listen to while you're playing. Hope you enjoy playing on stream. Here we go, a chance for Igor, but it is saved away by Twisted Tide with 1:20 left on the clock. They're swiftly running out of time. We need to see 3 goals out of them, and they are losing precious seconds on this clock, so they need to do it quickly here. That's a nice touch from Igor, but it won't be enough. Avax has to get there for the follow-up touch, and it's past him. 1:06 now. Again, time dwindling away. Twisted maybe going to make it a 6-2 scoreline instead. He can't get a goal. And indeed, the ball's going to be hit down the other way. No one there for the save, but it's a miss. An unfortunate miss from Avax. They needed that goal desperately. Instead, they remain down 3 goals with 48 seconds now on the clock. Avax trying to put that one home. Instead, it's another central pass to nobody. Igor, here's his opportunity. He whiffs on that ball. Twisted, a chance and a shot. He passes it to himself and shots that one home. I meant to say slots that one home, and indeed he did. Slots it right into the net. 6-2. Pats Plateau rolling with this game, and with 38 seconds to go, they may look to pile on even more goals. Yeah, you definitely could have made it far. That was our grand finalist, the second place finisher, Baby Zoo. So you definitely had a chance there, Ahmed, in the 1v1 tournament. Sorry you missed it. Welcome, Dr. D. Welcome back to the chat. After this 2v2 is over, we will be pulling people for the 3v3. So if you stick around, Dr. D, we might be able to get you in. Here we go, an opportunity for Twisted. Can't put that one home, though. Julie says, I'm waiting for my Rocket League to install. Ah, yeah, there was an update recently. You tried uninstalling, but in a different game, but you accidentally uninstalled Rocket League in downloading. Oh, interesting, interesting. Well, hopefully you get it back in time. But if you don't, no worries. You can always play another day. I stream. Ooh, nearly goal from Twisted in the final moment. But it is just a 4-goal victory for them in game number 1. Not quite enough there to really be a true blowout. It was not a close game, but not quite a blowout in proportions. And we continue game number 2 of this series. Underrated, trying to prove why they have been underrated in this series. If they win this next game, they tie things right back up. Pats Plots, though, are potentially on their way to a sweep if they win the next 2 games. We'll have to see if they can indeed finish that job, get the get the sweep, or what will happen. You got a PC, very nice reppy. Congrats if you got a PC. That's good to hear. Was that a Christmas gift? Oh, I just noticed that's 650. So thank you very much, Julie. You are our 650th subscriber. Pretty cool. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much for getting us to that milestone. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We're marching our way ever so slowly to 1,000 subscribers. 3 a.m. Wow. That is late for you, but here we go. Game number 2. Twisted Tide and Pat Splash taking on Igorby and Underrated, trying to make this series a sweep. On the other side, Underrated just want to take a game. They just want to put this series right back in contention. And with some nice early saves, they may very well do that. Another one out of Avax. They are keeping this net clean here. This scorecard clean, I should say, as the net is empty. But it's still dangerous. They've gotten a lot of good saves, but it won't be enough if one ultimately hits the back of the net. They do finally break away, though, so nicely done there from the side of Underrated. They manage to keep this game tied up at 0-0, and if they get the first goal, they will take their first lead of the series. Instead, it's another shot for Ackle and another chance for Pats Plats, but it is another save for Gorby. I mean, these two players have stepped up in the early moments in this game. We're about a minute into game number 2. And if it continues this way, it will be a much better game for Underrated. Goal number 1, the way of Avax. They start off strong and take the lead early. A reminder, if they win this game, they are right back into the series. They will tie it up. They will tie things up. 5 a.m. Yeah, Ahmed, I really do appreciate you playing on stream, Ahmed. I hope you enjoyed. If you have to sleep, no worries, man. Just, go get some rest. But if you want to stick around, obviously you're welcome too. I mean, you know your body better than me. If you can stay up that late, go for it. Oh, no. I did do a poll. Frosty. This is Pats Plats versus Underrated. The poll is currently at 80% Pats Plats. We'll have to see who can emerge victorious here. Sometimes I change up the polls entering game 2, but I didn't do it this time. So Pats Plats currently, thank you for pointing it out because I never mentioned it. They're winning with 80% of the fan vote. That is a massive distinction here. People are really underrating Underrated. I mean, the name is accurate. 80% of you believing on Pats Plats. I'm imagining part of it might be that they're not called Team Egg. Nobody likes a team that doesn't rep the Team Egg brand, but here we go. Underrated, they finally concede on, of course, the moment I mentioned that they chose not to play with the fan favorite team name. Well, no worries, Frosty, no worries, no worries. But yeah, Pats Plats only up to, now they only have 73% of the fan vote. Frosty probably voting for the side in orange, and you know what? Underrated, they really have an opportunity here. The game may be back to a tie game, but I believe it. I mean, they have looked so much better on the defensive end this game, and if they really can plug up those deficiencies, get their rotations going, they have the offense. They proved it with that first goal here in this game. We know they have what it takes to take the lead and potentially win this game. That's a nice touch. He beats Ackle and he bumps him. It's an open net finish, is it? No, Twisted there for the save. Doesn't get it. Yes, but Igor made it a bit dicey there. And indeed, Igor now going to be back on the defensive end. He needs to get a stop here, and unfortunately for him, he phases through the ball, and Akalon takes a 1-goal lead for Pats Platz. Underrated could indeed win. I see it in the chat. Yeah, a bit of a bug there. I mean, I saw the ghost touch. Either way, unfortunately for Underrated, they are now playing from behind. They're down a goal, and they're going to have to get one just to tie the game and another to win it. But not over. We know they have it in him. Igorby, here's his opportunity. Puts it at the side while Twisted will be there for the read. Instead, he opts to take this one a bit slow. He's going to give Igor an opportunity, and Igor takes it. He give him an inch. He takes a mile. It's an open net, a pass. Abax is there for the shot. No, Abax had to be a bit more precise with that one. That said, Twisted Tide and Akalon, they haven't been precise on the backboards either. Their saves have not been too great. Twisted Tide and Akalon, though, going to take advantage either way. Here we have an opportunity for a breakaway. Avax, it's to Igor. Igor, an open net finish is Twisted there in time. No, and we have a tie game. Underrated have indeed leveled up their offense this game. They are playing much better, as evidenced by the finish from Igor. And yeah, Twisted was there for the save, but I don't think he can get there in time. I think that was the best he could do. He gets the touch, but he doesn't get the save. And this series could be tied right back up if Underrated get the game win. Let's find out what happens here in the final 2 minutes of the game. Avax faking out the defenders there. Very nicely done. I mean, he fakes him out. He gets the 50, and now he's going to have full boost and ball. Akalon trying to do something about that. He does see the ball away, but he is at 0 boost. That means he can't follow up this touch, and indeed, Avax gets the 1v1 chance. He gets it by Twisted. Actually, not quite by him, but still a nice touch. And it's going to mean Igor gets it by Twisted. Instead, Akalon there central. You're going to stay up till the live stream ends. I appreciate that, Julie. I hope you stick around. We're going to be live for at least another hour, maybe just about an hour. So we're going to do this one, probably a 3v3, and maybe one more game after that. I'm not sure, but at least this one and a 3v3. Here we go, though. Akalon, Twisted Tide, they combine in the corner there and actually don't get a lot done. So Akalon, he puts this ball high. He does read it, but Avax is going to be there to follow up. Oh, an open net. Well, there is a defender, but you know what? He doesn't care. He goes for the double tap anyway, and my goodness, was that a great lineup. It does get defended away. But Avax, you know, Avax and Igor, they're making Pats Platz think. They're making them sweat. They've got to struggle to win this game. They sit tied with a minute left on the clock. When you get to this part of the game, either team can win. We start to enter golden goal territory. Very nice, Julie. I hope your game does download in time. We start to enter golden goal territory here. Either team can win, and all it takes is one goal to put you on top. And that one goal could very well be the final nail in the coffin, the difference maker here. Avax trying to be the one to do it. Air dribble. He actually gets this all the way in, and the defenders can't do anything. Avax for the lead, gets it in. Twisted Tide was there for the save. All the trash talk in the world won't help him, though, when he's staring down the barrel of an air dribble goal. He can't get the save, and Avax takes the lead. 37 seconds remain. But if Underrated take this and hold on to the lead, they will indeed win this game and tie the series up. You gotta win 3 games to win this series. A stat that Twisted Tide will know very well. Very familiar with my on-stream series. Here, though, Igor has to make a save, and he does! He fakes out the defense, gets it past 1, maybe gets it past 2. No, not quite. Akalon there for the 50, but with 14 seconds to go, Igor, he's not looking for shots. He is looking to dribble this time away. Same thing for Avax. He pops it over 1, not quite. But Akalon, he makes the touch, but it wasn't worth it. He put it into his own corner. Now Igor's there for the touch. Akalon has to put this one to his pass, his partner. He can't pass it. The ball hits the dirt, and Underrated tie this series up. 1 game apiece. We continue now, and with this, Underrated have an opportunity to put themselves on match point in game number 3. Just 2 more games in their favor, and they will win this series. Twisted Tide, not going to be feeling good about that one. Again, he was trash talking this duo. He believed in himself, and he had a different teammate in mind, but still, he solidly believed that he could take down this duo, and here he is now sitting in a tied series. ABAX and Igor showing off their stuff with that win. And if they keep this going, they may very well win this series. It's just one game, but it's a start, and it's exactly what Underrated needed. Here we go. Game number 3. Do we see it continue, or does the fan vote end up being reality? Does Pats Platts win? Right now, 75% of you believing in a Pats Platts series win. I'm not so sure, but you know what? Out of 12 votes, 9 of you voting the way of Pats Platts. 3 of you believe in an Underrated. We'll have to see. Is the Underrated team actually underrated? I mean, it's looking like it, but let's find out here as we enter the game number 3. 5 minutes on the clock, maybe an early lead for Twisted, but it starts out much the same as game number 2. An early shot and an early whiff, a miss from Pats Platts. That happened just last game. I didn't mention it, but they won that game in a nail-biter. 1 goal the better. And that all started when we saw multiple saves, multiple misses in the first 30 seconds. Pats Platts had a bunch of chances to score a goal in game 2, and they missed every single one of them in the first 30 seconds. Here, 30 seconds has gone by, and the exact same thing happens. And if this continues, this could be the game. Underrated takes the lead in this series. They're going to need to win, though, and they're going to need a goal to do that. This could be a goal for ABAX, and it is! The moment I mentioned they need it, ABAX delivers. Goal number 1 for Underrated. They take the lead in this game, and with it, may very well take the lead in this series, put themselves on match point. Yeah, Reppy, he was a bit cocky. I mean, I'm mentioning it because he said it in the Discord. I don't want to harp on it too much, but he said it in the Discord, and I quote, "If we win by 5 in the first game, I don't even want to play the rest of the series." They won by 4 goals in game number 1, and now they've lost the second game of the series and are losing in game number 3. Even if they win this series, he basically implied that it would never get to this point, and yet here we are. Here we go, though. Twisted Tide puts it towards the sidewall. This series itself is far from over, but it is going to be a close one. I already feel it. Welcome, Frozo, to the chat. How are you doing, Frozo? It's going to be a close one. I know both teams, either team can win it, but it is definitely not a runaway. It's definitely not, a unfair matchup like Twisted Tie was implying. Here we go, chance for a goal, but he has to make a save. Actually, no save needed. That one bounces out, but Twisted Tie there for a follow-up touch. He misses, but Akalon will be the one that follows through, puts it home, and ties this game right back up. Twisted Tie clearly not in the best of states right now. He is missing open nets. I mean, we'll have to see if he can overcome the whatever mental block he is currently experiencing, because this series is far from over, but it will be over if he can't get his act together. His teammate bails him out there, and they tie the game off. A nice Akalon finishing touch here. Igor and ABAX, it's just a tie game, though. They can easily score again, take the lead again, and they nearly do. A nice pass and a better save, though, from Twisted Tide. Oh, a double commit, though. They enter the same spot of the field on the backboard. ABAX, a double tap potential, a pinch. It's actually a pass. Igor is there. No, can't quite get it in. Back his mod is great, indeed. How's your day going? Julie, my day is going great. How has your day been going? I had a fun day. I'm very excited for New Year's festivities. I'm going to be seeing some family I didn't get to see for Christmas. It's going to be a lot of fun. We always do this tradition where we go over to one of my mom's cousins' place for New Year's, because we usually don't see her for Christmas and her husband or children, and we all play board games together. It's going to be a blast. I'm very excited for New Year's. How about you guys? What are your plans for New Year's? We enter the final half of this game. I took a break in the commentary to get you guys going with the chat, but we enter this final, half of the game, and really, it's going to come down to this first goal. I think the team that scores next will have what it takes to win this series, even if it's ultimately tied up after that, because they're going to have the momentum as we enter the final 2 minutes here. This has been a low-scoring game. I think that'll continue. So 1 goal could be all you need. Oh, not like this. Igor and ABAX gets dicey on the goal line, but they do see it away. That's going to be a shot on target, though. It has to be a save, and it is from Igor. Nicely done. Charissa in the chat. Welcome. Viewers are playing. I am just spectating. I am not playing. I am casting the game. But if you want to play, stick around. After this best of 5, we will pull random viewers from the chat, and you might get a chance to play on stream. So if you stick around the stream, you will have an opportunity to play, Charissa. You will. Party, says Trickshotters. I hope you enjoy your New Year's Eve party, Trickshotters. I hope you enjoy it. Sounds like a lot of fun. That's nice. Yep. Oh, you don't know, Julie? Well, I hope you have a fun one. Sometimes having no plans is the best plan. Then you just get to sit back, relax with your close family. Presumably you're living with some close family or maybe just roommates. You just relax, have some fun. Oh, twisted side, another opportunity, another miss. That one just bounces out. And if he doesn't score this, oh my goodness, the mental has to be in the bins after that. Twisted side, can't put anything in. And with a minute left on the clock, that very well could cost his team the game or even this series. We won't find out until later if it costs them the series, but with 45 seconds on the clock, they remain tied up. They do not take the lead, and this game could be headed to an overtime. Studying for the math exam. Oh man, you have a math exam on January 2nd? That's no fun. That's no fun. Is this a goal? Aklon can't get the save. The guard gets the goal. 34 seconds. And somehow, some way, by some miracle, Underrated take the lead entering the final 34 seconds. I want to highlight this. Look at these saves. 3 saves apiece. I thought there were more saves on the side, but 8 shots on Patsplatz to 4. 8 shots to 4. Patsplatz are whipping these shots, and it has cost them dearly. They have double the shots of their opponents, but they have half the goals. Double the shots and half the goals. How is that possible? Nothing is going in for the side of Patsplatz, and then looks like if this time dribbles away, 12 seconds remain. If this time dribbles away, they are looking at match point for Underrated. One more game their way will win them the series. That may be where we're headed, but one last look for Aklon. It's a pass, it's central. The ball, though, hits the dirt, and Underrated march their way to match point. 2 games to 1. They are winning in the series and may, if they win the next game, take the series here and now and avoid a Champs Field finish. On the other side of things, Patsplatz, they have to win 2 games in a row if they want to have any hope of winning this series. I'm going to end that poll. Patsplatz won by a landslide, but I'm assuming things are going to change here. Maybe more of you are going to believe in Underrated. We're going to start up a new poll. Can Patsplatz make a comeback? It wouldn't be a reverse sweep, but it would be 2 game wins in a row. Can they make a comeback? Let me know with your vote in the chat as we continue this series. Yeah, Ahmed, that is unfortunate for you, but hopefully, the math test isn't too frustrating and you do well on it. You think you might? Can you be on the wheel? Yes, Trickshotters, you can. You can be on the wheel for the next match. Here we go, though. This series isn't quite over yet. Underrated have to win 1 more game to close out the series versus Patsplatz. On the other side of things, Patsplatz, they have to win 2 in a row. Right now, a majority of you believe in him still. 71% of you in the chat believing in Patsplatz. You believe in the comeback. You think it can be a reality. And you know what? If they start out this game with a goal, and they do, Twisted Time makes it 1-0. They very well may make the comeback happen. All it takes is 10 seconds. They are fired up, and they get an early lead here in game number 4. Exactly what they needed. They started off last game with a deficit. Underrated took the first goal in game number 3, and they never looked back. This game, though, Patsplatz finally start off strong. They get their early lead. They put away their early woes. They had whiffed on so many shots early in the game, the first 30 seconds in the 2 games prior. But in game number 4, they finally finish the job, get the goal, take the lead, and if they hold on to it, they will force Champs Field. That said, we know that Underrated could score some doozies of a goal. So if Patsplatz aren't careful, they could be staring a 3-1 series loss. They have to be ever so careful in this game. They cannot afford to let any goals in. There, a save from Aklon. Will it be enough, though? This game is far from over. 4 minutes to go. Surely we will see some more offense on the side of Underrated. They have proven that they are indeed underrated. Still, 64% of you believe in a comeback on the side of Patsplatz. And you know what? It's certainly possible. But it'll remain to be seen if they actually can get the job done. Welcome, Cynic. Welcome to the chat. Unfortunately, your profile picture is too small for me to see. I see a really tiny little one. But welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you enjoy the show matches. Well, great question, Trickshotters. I've been here a while. Same thing for Rep. You guys have both been here a while. The way we're doing it now is there's no guaranteed. It's not like a queue. I might change it back because people have left feedback on that. If you don't like it, if you'd prefer a straight up queue, let me know in the chat. But what we've been doing is doing the wheel. So anyone that's sitting in the chat has a chance of playing in the next one. So if you stick around in the chat, you won't get thrown on the wheel, and you for now, looks like you all have a decent odds, but you know, it's still a random chance to get into the next one. What's your favorite drink? Great question. I drink way too much soda, so I'll just probably say Mountain Dew, like Mountain Dew Zero. Or actually, well, it's really rare to find the Mountain Dew Spark, which is like a raspberry lemonade version, and the zero sugar version of that. So, I really like it. Well, I probably like the full sugar version better in terms of taste, but it's too unhealthy to drink. Igor, he will tie the game! I thought that one was getting saved. It looked like it was, but somehow Twisted Tide can't get the final touch, and Igor just slots that one home. Again, in a savable position for Twisted, but he can't quite reach it, and we have a tie game. Dwarf also has been waiting a while. I know you guys have, and Nova as well. All of you guys will be on the wheel, folks. If you stick around, you will be on the wheel. You just have to mention it when we get to the wheel. Watch, see what happens. Here we go, though. An opportunity for Twisted Tide. He puts it over the defense, and he will score goal number 2 with just under half the game to go. You know, they tied things up. Underrated did, but Pat's Platts right back into the lead. Unfortunately for Underrated, just as soon as they tied up the game, they are right back in a 1-goal deficit. But you know what? It's just 1 goal, and they've got half the game to make a comeback. We saw them do it once. Surely they can do it again. Let's see if they get the job done. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Could we be looking at 3-1? Twisted Tide indeed puts that one home, doubles up the lead, and Pat's Platts want to force Game 5 Champs Field. Let's see what they can do here, but they definitely want to force the Champs Field. Ooh, thank you for subscribing. We've got some new subscribers, so I really do appreciate it. Charissa and Cynic Call, thank you guys so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. I think that's a bit too loud. I honestly don't know how to make it quieter. Avalon, goal number 4. Pat's Platts starting to run away with this one off the kickoff goal here. Twisted Tide, a brilliant kickoff. And again, a nice pass for Avalon to finish the job done. Through. Your real name is Harley. Well, I'm going to be blunt, Julie. Unfortunately, or Harley, sorry. Harley, I'm going to forget that you are called Harley. I will try and remember for this stream, but I'm going to be blunt. I probably will forget, and I definitely will forget in future streams. So if you remind me, I'll try and say your actual name if that's what you want me to call you. But my advice is just get a YouTube account where I actually, or rename your YouTube account so that, you know, whatever you want to be called. Here we go, though. Yeah, that's a bit loud, the subscriber notifications, but if you have it so that people can see who you're subscribed to, and you subscribe to my channel, it will come up on the screen. Avalon running away with this game indeed. Another goal for Avalon, making it 5-1. Again, an assist from Twisted Tide. This one not credited, but that demo on the player on the backboard was indeed an assist. And it's a runaway game here for Pat's Platts. We will enter Champs Field unless we see a miracle here for Underrated. We will see Champs Field. But there's still work to do. Pat Plus won Game 1 just like this. It was a runaway Game 1 victory for them. They won 4 goals the better. And it wasn't enough. They still lost 2 games. They still have themselves in this predicament of having to win 2 in a row. And we'll have to see who gets the job done here. Avax puts this one towards the backboard. It is seed way by Aklon, and with a minute 20 to go, as the time ticks away, it looks ever more likely that we will see Champions Field. Pat's Platts will win this series. Welcome, Stormy Teacup. I hope you're having a great day. Twisted Tide running away with this game, but again, they have lost 2 games. Underrated. They may have let this one slip away from them, but they will have another chance to close out the series in Game 5. Yeah, I'm doing great, Stormy Teacup. I hope you're having a great holiday season. I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope your New Year's is great if I don't see you on the Saturday stream. Yeah, Champs Field looks like we're headed that way. In fact, we are much closer to our Brazil than we are a comeback on the side of Underrated. That said, they still seem to be underrated in the fan polls. Right now, 67% of you believe in the comeback from Pat's Platts, and I totally see why as they're winning this game massively. But we do see a goal here. Underrated get on the board again. 2 goals to 6 now, and there's only 55 seconds to go, but they have prevented Brazil. So you like to see it. They prevent the Brazil, and they keep their hopes alive here to, you know, make it a respectable game at least. Here we go into the corner. Igorby trying to steal out the boost. He can't quite do it, but Twisted Tide isn't going to get a lot done with this ball. In fact, this might be pass central for Igor. It is. The shot's on target, and no one makes the save. 3 goals now for Underrated, and Igor cuts it to 3 goals, the deficit. Now, don't get me wrong. This game is probably over. But the fact that they pulled it back from the brink of a Brazil is really good sign for Underrated. They're going to be going into Game 5 with their heads held high. Especially if they get another goal off the kickoff. Nearly done, not quite though. 37 seconds to go. You know, I'm talking like the game's already over. But as long as they score in the next 5-10 seconds, there's a chance. You know, the game is not over if they can get a kickoff goal. So they need to score quickly here, and they need to get a follow-up kickoff goal, and the game wouldn't be over. That said, it's not happening. The time is ticking away, and it will be a Game 5 finish here for the series. But you know what? Again, a great finish to the game from Underrated. I think this gives them momentum going into Game 5. The time is trickling away here. Maybe a goal for the road. It's past middle. Gorby will get the finishing touch, and indeed, the momentum is swung back. Underrated get goal number 4, keeping this game, you know, a bit more respectable for the scoreline and forcing game number 5 on the side of Pat's Flats. We will see it. Champions Field to close out. Now, we may have been on Champions Field this whole time. I just realized I forgot to change the map. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Here we go, though. Let's make sure we are on the correct map. Oh, I did change the map. Perfect. So, on to Champions Field for Game 5, folks. What a close one, but it could go either way in the final moment. Controller DC, and you won and it still feel like you lost. Well, Twisted Tide, still not feeling happy about that. We're going to end that poll. We're going to start a new poll, folks, for Champs Field for Game 5. Who wins it? Who wins Game 5 and the series? Will it be Pat's Plats? Will it be Underrated? Let me know with your fan vote. The poll has started. So let me know with your poll. Who will win it? Who will take this series and emerge victorious? Pat's Plats started off strong, but then looked pretty not so great, you know, in the follow-up games. On the other side of things, Underrated started off, you know, pretty poorly in game number 1 and had an immediate and dramatic turnaround. They won the next 2 games. They've kept this series close, and they look like they could go all the way, but only one of these 2 teams will emerge victorious. Only one of them can win this series, and we're about to find out for ourselves who will emerge victorious. Dirk Showers in the chat. Yes, 7-1 is a Brazil, named after when Brazil scored 7-1, or sorry, Germany scored 7-1 on Brazil in the World Cup in actual soccer. So here we go, though. Could be an early goal for Avex. No, but he does steal the boost. That's an important one. It's on the backboard. That's a poor touch from Akalon. Igor gets a shot. Twisted gets a save. But again, the boost starving is in full effect. Akalon and Twisted are on low boost. Avex might have a goal here. No, it's a pass. Twisted Tide is there, but he will be outraced to the ball by Igor. That said, Twisted gets a quick shot here. It wasn't enough. The ball bounces high, and a minute has raced off the clock, and no goals in either direction. Pat's Plats probably the favorites in terms of ranking, but we have seen them lose some games. We know exactly how it happens, and this kind of start is exactly what, you know, Underrated were looking for. They were looking for a kind of, you know, not a ratty start, but they're looking to keep things, you know, a bit interesting, keep things, you know, scrappy. That said, another important thing I was going to say is they want to keep things scrappy and not get conceded on. Playing from a deficit is kind of their kryptonite right now, and unfortunately, that's exactly what just happened. They concede a goal, and they will have to play from behind here in game number 5. Every game they've played from behind, they have lost, unfortunately for them. So we're going to need to see something different out of Underrated if they want to win this game. If they want to win this series, they're going to have to change it up. Same thing for Twisted Tide, I'll say, though. His team may be in the lead. They may win these situations where they have a lead. But Twisted Tide, as an individual, is struggling in the shooting department right now. His shooting percentage is abysmal. Every shot he puts on target is saved, and every shot that's no one in the net, he misses. Avex, though, will not miss an open net and ties his game right back up off another poor play from Pat's Plats. Twisted Tide, a weak shot, easily saved and then batted over the only defender left. Akalon can't get the stop, and we have a tie game with 3 minutes 10 on the clock. What a close one. Welcome back, Dr. D. I recommend sticking around, folks. If you're enjoying this stream, if you're enjoying this show match, stick around because this is the final game in the show match. And after this game, we will pick new players for the next show match. So stick around if you want a chance of getting picked to play in the next match. The final, I'll say it, I think that will be the final match of the day, the next 3v3. The only 3v3, I should say. So stick around if you want to get in a 3v3. And that will be our final match of the day. Here we go, an opportunity for Abax. Unfortunately for him, he's getting bumped by Akalon. and then Twisted will take advantage of that, take control of the ball, take possession, maybe get a dribble into a goal. Akalon, oh, he had a net to shoot on. Instead, he puts it into the corner. No goal, and it might be a runaway the other way. Twisted Tide gets back in time, but it's dangerous stations for Pat's Plats. The game is tied up. The series is tied up as well. And if they lose this game, they lose it. Oh, the series will have been nothing. Their game wins will mean nothing if they can't close it out here. Igor, the ball races into the corner. He has to get past one defender. He does. Can he get past two? Actually, he gets past the same guy again. Twisted Tie reaching for it, and no save to be made. Igor B will take the lead. 2 minutes remain, and underrated again, proving why they shouldn't be so underrated. 62% of you in the chat voting for Pat's Pots. You believe Pat's Pots will win the series, but underrated, if they have anything to say about it, are going to prove you wrong. Right now, 2 minutes to go, and they have the lead. If they hold on to it, they will win this game. They will win this series. That said, they've been in this situation before. They started in a deficit, then they took the lead, and they have immediately conceded before. We've seen this happen. They're going to need to change history for the better, or we could be looking at a Pat's Plats series victory. Twisted Tide would love to see that, but you know what he doesn't love to see? The ball flying past him as he just entirely whiffs on this ball. An unfortunate miss, and it puts his team down 2 goals in the final stretch. 1:43, and with that miss from Twisted Tide, they have to score 2 goals in regulation, or Pat's Plats will lose this series. Welcome, folks, in the chat. Muriel, Nick, stick around. This is the final game of this show match, after which we will draw at random for people to play in the next show match. If you stick around, you have a chance to get into the next show match. Just stick around on stream, and you'll be on the wheel to get randomly drawn. Here we go, though. This game is not over yet. Hacklon, if he has anything to say about it, will get a goal here. He can't get by Avax, though. Twisted, he puts it central, but Igor is there for the stop. Time and time again, Pat's Plats put a goal on target, and it is saved away each and every chance. They need another 2 goals, make it 3. Avax scores goal number 4 for underrated and extends their lead yet again. And not only that, the time is nigh. There's 66 seconds on the clock, and if they can't do it, if they can't get the 3 goals in that time, Pat's Plats will lose the series. All the trash talk from Twisted, and it's going to come down to a series loss, especially if Avax piles on goal number 5. Unfortunately, he couldn't get around that ball, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's burning more time on the clock, and that's all they need to burn this time away. Twisted, though, racing for goal. He nearly gets one, but fortunately for him, it doesn't fall his way. 46 seconds now. Again, the time is ticking. Akalon, though, he needs this goal. Twisted needs it, and another whiff. Twisted, every chance he gets, every opportunity when no one is there for the save, he misses, and he follows all that up, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears his duo, Pat's Plats, have put into this game, and he whiffs in the final moment. Now 20 seconds on the clock, and it's looking like a victory for underrated. They whiff on that ball, but it will not matter. It won't indeed. 15 seconds remain, and the one player, Twisted Tide, has given up on this game, given up on this series. It's a victory for underrated, proving everybody in the chat wrong, or rather 64% of you, I should say, proving you all that indeed they were underrated. They win this series in stunning fashion, taking down the higher-ranked Pat's Plats. What a series from Avax and Igor, taking down the overranked players, their overranked foes, proving that sometimes a duo that has experience as a duo is all you need. You know, they've played together, they know each other, they rotate well, and that's all they needed to take down the theoretically higher skilled players. What a series. Congratulations. I want to thank all 4 players. I want to thank Pat's Plats and Underrated for playing. It was an absolute blast of a series, and it's a lot to come on stream, so I really do appreciate everybody for playing. With that said, we have another show match. One more to end the day. And if you want to play in that show match, don't go anywhere. We're about to spin a wheel. Let me get a wheel going here. And if you want to play, let me know in the chat, and I'll put your name on the wheel. So if you give me a minute here, we are going to get this... we're going to get this wheel going. All right. Okay. I see the spams here. We got Muriel. We got Dwarf. In fact, I'm going to reset. So if you were on it before, you can get on again. Just let me know. Dwarf. We got Muriel, Dwarf. Reppy. We're going to say if you've played, you can't play again. Just because I want to try that out today. It's a little different than we did. Trick Shotters. We got Charissa. Guys, don't spam. Cynic Cult. Nova. Abax, didn't you already play? We're going to do Dr. D. Chronic. Who are we missing? You guys can see the wheel, correct? Oh no, you can't see the wheel. That's not right. 1 second. 1 minute. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. You couldn't see the wheel. You just saw the logo. That's where I got it. It's a link. Anyway, here we go. Nick. Let's get Nick on here. Who are we missing? Sorry about that, Ahmed. I'm sorry. I might have changed my mind halfway there. But anyway, Stormy Teacup. You didn't turn up too late, Mr. Teacup. Stormy Teacup. Is there anybody else? Last call. In the next, like, 60 seconds. Last call. If I missed you, say something. You should be able to see your name on this list. We have 11 entries for 6 spots. Let me see if I missed anybody. I'm scrolling up. I don't see it. I don't see anybody. All right. Again, final call. Let me know now or forever hold your peace. We're going to get 6 names, 6 players. And it's going to be a lot of fun, this last show match. I'm hyped, and I hope you are as well. We will have a return of Team Egg. So 3 of you will be on Team Egg. 3 of you will be on Past Pods. We will pick teams after I get the 6 names. Reset the series score. Nope, unfortunately, I'm going to stick with the best of 5. No best of 7. Sorry about that, folks. No, Ahmed, sorry about that. We're not going to make it that you have to roll twice. Sorry, Ahmed. You know what? I just want to make it more fair to all the people that are waiting. Sorry about that, Ahmed. All right, let's spin the wheel. Nobody else said anything, so here we go. Julie, if you end up not being able to play, we'll grab somebody else. Nearly was Dwarf, but it rolls over. Reppy, you are our first player, so we got Reppy in. We got Reppy. Let's remove Reppy. We keep spinning. Reminder, that was 1 of 6. So there are 6 spots, and right now we have rolled for 1 of them. So spot number 2, here we go. Spinning the wheel. Spinning the wheel on spot number 2. Nearly Nova, but it rolls over again. Dr. D, otherwise known as Chronic, will be our second player. We got Reppy. We got Dr. D. Chronic. Next up, we have 4 more spots. So there are 9 people trying to get in 4 spots. Here we go. Another opportunity. We spin the wheel. Oh, nearly Julie, but is it going to stay? Oh, it does. It rolls over at the last moment. Poor Dwarf for the second time. This one even closer. We rolled Julie. But, all right, Julie, so if your game, how far is the update along, Julie? Because if you can't play, we will have to roll somebody else for this one. So, Julie, let me know if the game's still rolling along. Okay, here we go. 3 more spots. We're going to keep rolling here with this next spot. But it's not over yet, so don't give up hope. If you're sitting in the chat, it's not over. Oh, David, I called the last call. Let me double check if you said anything. I think you missed it when I was getting people on the wheel. So I already said last call. Sorry about that, David. Looks like you missed it. Here we go, Nick. I missed the wheel spin, but Nick, nicely done. We got our 4th person. Nick is in. We got 2 more spots to go. And there are 7 entries on the list. Well, Julie, when I say not that long, is it 5 minutes? Is it longer than 5 minutes? If it's longer than 5 minutes, you'll have to play another day. Sorry about that, Julie. Trick Shotters! It rolled around to Trick Shotters, and indeed, Trick Shotters, you made it in. Saw you in the chat there, really worried. Well, you are our second to last draw. 1 more spot, folks. We have 5 names. 1 more will join them. And there are 6 of you in the list vying for that last spot. All right, here we go. Rolling it again. Well, Julie, if you've been waiting this whole time, I hate to say it, but we might have to get you in another day because I'm not sure that'll be quick enough. Is it Stormy Teacup? It is! Nearly rolls over, but indeed gets into Stormy Teacup. So, Stormy, nicely done there. Yeah, I feel bad, but I'm going to make the executive decision. It would take a bit too long, Julie, to get you sorted. But, Julie, I hope you stay around and I stream every Thursday and Saturday, and you can get it in a future show match. So, sorry about that. We will do one more, folks. We're going to do one more because I think Julie's going to take too long. So, one more. Here we go. Final spin for spot number 6. The bonus spin. And it's Charissa. The final moment there. Nearly spun over again, Cynic Cult, but it is the way of Charissa. Alrighty. So we have got Reppy, Dr. D, Chronic, which one per, sorry, they also go by Chronic, Nick, Trickshotters, Stormy Teacup, and Charissa. If you are one of those 6 people, please let me know your in-game name in the chat, unless if I, if we played it in the past, I probably will be able to, probably already have you added. Alright, Blue Delta. Who's Blue Delta? Can you let me know in the chat here who it is? Let me start adding people. Let me start inviting people. So, Too Fast, I believe, is one. You're gonna have to remind me your in-game names. Starboard Lucky, there we go. I'm already forgetting. Nick, are you just simply Nick? I don't see you, Nick. I don't see you. Is there something weird about the Nick? Let me reopen this. Are you the one inviting me, Nick? Teresa, if you're Teresa, you have 60 seconds. Say something in the YouTube chat, or I will assume you are gone and we'll have to reset for somebody. Sorry about that, Julie. I appreciate you sticking around, Julie. I hope you have a great night. Thanks for watching. We might have another spot if Charissa is not in chat. So, Charissa, you have a minute, 60 seconds. Say something in the chat, please. You have, specifically, your in-game name so I can invite you. Who are we missing? We got Stormy Teacup, and we've got Trickshotters. I need Reppy, Dr. D. Oh, I know who Dr. D is. Cool Dragon, right? Chronic, are you Cool Dragon, or... I think you're Cool Dragon. I also need Reppy. Wait, Reppy is just Reppy, right? I don't see you, Reppy. I need Reppy to get in the game. And then I need a few more anyway. You're Judah. Okay, Reppy starts with a J. Here we go. Okay, we've got Reppy. See ya, Julie. See ya, Julie. David, we'll put you in the re-wheel. If we re-wheel, David, I'll get you in the re-wheel. Who are we missing? Nick, what's your in-game name? Sorry. I don't see Nick. Is it Nick? Or were you the one that was inviting me? Is that what you meant? You're Blue Delta? Let me just try inviting Blue Delta. I don't see Blue Delta either. That's weird. All right, we need some more people though. We are missing Nick, and we are missing Dr. D Chronic, maybe, I believe. No, we got Chronic in. So we got Stormy Teacup, Chronic, Too Fast. Yeah. So we are missing Nick and Charissa. Charissa is not in the chat, so we are going to have to re-roll for Charissa. So folks, if you missed it, we're going to spin the wheel again. Let's get the wheel going. Spin the wheel one more time. Why not? We're going to add David in to the chat, to the wheel here. So there are 6 people vying for 1 spot. Here we go. We're going to spin the wheel one more time. You guys can see this, right? I should have checked. Yeah, you can. Perfect. Here we go. It's rolling. It's rolling. David. It spins over to Muriel. Oh, that wasn't Muriel. It is. Muriel, are you in the chat? Because I don't even see Muriel anymore. Muriel, are you still around? Say something in the chat. If not, we're just going to re-roll. Because I don't see Muriel right now. I'm going to give that a little bit. Muriel, say something, anything. And then Nick, what's your in-game name, Nick? Nick, I still need your in-game name. Quickly, Nick, please. I think we've lost all our viewers. That's okay. Actually, we haven't quite... Nah, yeah, we lost a few. That's okay. Folks, we're getting into the next show match, but I want to do this quicker than we're doing it. So, how about... Nick, I need your in-game name, Nick. I can't invite you if I don't have your in-game name. So, Nick, I checked here, and it's Blue Delta has been inviting me, but I don't see a Blue Delta. And so, I go to Nick, and I don't see a Nick. So, I need you to look at what your Epic ID is and tell me, Nick, because I don't know what your Epic ID is. Alright, who is that I spun? Muriel? Muriel's not in the chat. Alright, we're going to have to do it again. Here we go. One final spin. My goodness, this is taking too long. Here we go, though. The spin for one last spot. Oh, no. Is Nova here? I think we keep getting the people that aren't actually in the chat anymore. Nova! Are you here, Nova? Nova, gotta say something? Nick, you're inviting me? Here, I'm gonna close out party invites. Invite me again. I'm not getting it, man. I don't know what to tell you. You just gotta tell me your in-game name. Like how your Epic ID. Nick, figure out what your Epic ID is and tell me. Oh my goodness. Okay, Nova's not here either. Here we go. Another spin. Nut, you're too late. Sorry, Nut. You're too late. Wait, Charitha? I thought we already rolled Charissa. Ah, okay, one more. How many spins? I don't even know. I'm sorry about this, guys. One more spin, one more spin. And it is Dwarf. Whew. I mean, I was worried there that we are going to need to respin again, but I think we can end it there. I think we can end it there. Dwarf, there we go. Final spin ends the way of Dwarf. Dwarf, can you let me know your in-game name? We got too many things going on. Dwarf, what's your in-game name again? Is it actually Dwarf? I don't see a Dwarf, so let me know what your in-game name is. You're getting on Rocket League? Alright, go quick. Get in quick. And we also need Nick. Nick, have you told me your name, Nick? Blue Delta. Nick, here's the thing, Nick. I see this. But like I don't see you online. Like if I go to Blue, I don't even see you there. It's like you're showing as like offline or whatever. Sorry, Nick, I don't know what the problem is, but if you can't tell me what your name is on this list, I can't invite you. It's gonna be best of 5, folks. It's too late for anything else. Dwarf, what's your name again in the game? Dwarf, what's your Epic ID? We might have to join your party. I really don't want to have to do that. Pro Shyla. See, that person invites me. Oh, wait a minute. I don't see Pro Shyla either. Huh. I'm wondering if it's on my end. There's not a lot I can do, though. How about this? I don't want to really just remake everything. Let's figure out who this is. Well, that didn't work. Okay, now let's get people in. This was too hard. Too many things. But if you're supposed to be in, remind me of your in-game name and I will invite you into the new party. Thank goodness. Too many things going on. Oh my goodness. We're not... I just joined a party, Blue Delta. Okay. Cool Dragon. Let's get Cool Dragon in. Okay, I'm sorry, Nick. I don't know what's happening, but I even clicked your party invite and it didn't work. I think we're gonna reroll. I hate this. I don't want to reroll, but I think we're just gonna reroll. Sorry about that, Nick. I don't know what's happening. Something's buggy. I thought it was my game. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. Let's just reroll. We already did dwarf. So it's literally just 2 of you plus... Is anybody new in the chat? Let's just do it. Too long. Here we go. Cynic or David? Oh man, Cynic, you're gonna hate this. Cynic, you were literally the last person. You were literally... Cynic, you're literally the only person that didn't get picked. And Knight came in later. David. Alright, David it is. David, what's your in-game name, David? Poor Cynic call. I mean, my goodness. Poor call. Alright, Nick, we'll get you in another day. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm sorry, Nick. Who was that won? David? What's your in-game name, David? Are you just David? I don't see a David, so Victorian Ace. Perfect. See, Victorian Ace is here. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get why some people's just don't pop up. Whatever. Alright, Victorian Ace, you have to accept. You do have to accept. Poor Cynic cult. Alright, enough about this though. Let's get the private match ready. It's going to be on... This is taking too long. It's going to be Manfield Knight. It's going to be Pat's Class versus Team Egg. Alright, gonna be best of 5. And honestly, I don't even care at this point. I think this is going to be even teams, so we're going to say... Chronic. And... Pat Platts, and we got Alexis. And then Alexis, Pro, and Judah. Or Ju... What is this? Dash. Alright, here we go. We're just about to get started. Sorry about that long delay, but here we are ready to roll. Oh man, the wheel's still up. Whoops. Now you guys can see. Sorry about that. The wheel is now down. And we're ready to roll. Alright. There we go. Our final match of the day. Took too long, but here we are. Pat's Platts. I just used the same team names Mr. Cynic called it. It's not the same team. Pat's Platts versus Team Egg is our go-to team names on this channel. Here we go. Let's end the old poll though, and let's start up a new poll. The poll was incorrect. Underrated won. Surprising everybody in the poll, I guess. Who will win the series? Will it be Pat's Platts or will it be... Oh man, let me spectate before we lose any of this. There we go. The game is starting off. Will it be Pat's Platts? Will it be Team Egg? Let me know your thoughts here. Who will emerge victorious in his final show match of the night? Could go either way. We'll have to see who does emerge victorious though. Here, an opportunity. Starboard Lucky to the side wall. Chronic is there for a 50, and he does indeed get it. It's into the corner. It's racing, but a nice touch from Pro will keep that one out of the net. Alexis putting this down the field now. Judash, I'm going to call him Dash. Dash is there for the stop. Chronic, though, a nice dribble. Started to pass. Starboard Lucky there for a pass. Another pass. Follow-up. Team Egg has 100% of the fan vote right now. You guys believe in Team Egg, and I get it. I get it. Team Egg, usually a fan favorite just on the name alone, representing all those eggs in the audience. We'll have to see what they can do. Here's an opportunity for Pro, but it is saved away. Pro putting it central. Can't get a lot done there, though. And Dash, rather, will put this to the middle. There's an opportunity. It's off the backboard. Dash to put it home, and indeed, Team Egg start off this game with a 1-0 lead off the nice pass here from Pro. Right into Dash's grasp. Put it under both defenders. Slam that one home. And we do have a lead for Team Egg in this final series of the day. A nice start for them. A nice start indeed. As these series, they go so quick, you know. An early lead might be what you need to keep the, you know, to get the series in your favor. Alternatively, if you get into a hole early, you could be spending the whole game fighting from behind. Starboard Lucky will not spend the whole game though. Just takes another about minute 60 seconds to do so. Ties this game right back up and make sure that Pat's Plats remain well in this game as we enter the final 3 minutes 20 seconds. Welcome Garcello Gamer in the chat. So unfortunately, this is the final show match of the night. So this is a best of 5, and there won't be another one to follow. So you can't join in tonight. But Garcello, if you check out my channel in the future, I stream every Thursday around this time, as well as on Saturdays. If you want to join in future show matches, subscribe to the channel and check it out in the future. But I appreciate you being here either way. So thanks for being here, Garcello. Judash, a nice goal. Goal number 2 for him and his team, putting Team Egg up in the lead here. It only took him 20 seconds to regain the lead. Nice and quick as you like it. This time, Alexis credited with the pass. And I think we've been seeing better offensive pressure from Team Egg. I know we saw a goal from Pat's Plats, but on the whole, it's been better pressure from Team Egg. And if that continues, we might see a runaway game here, and that's exactly, especially off the kickoffs, what we're seeing so far. Another nice kickoff, and Judash with the finishing touches again. Now a hat trick for Dash. Nicely done there. Sorry, Colt. I have work tomorrow, and it is going to be too late to do another one. So this is the last one of the night. I'm sorry about that, Colt. We'll try and get you in next time. You were literally the last person on the wheel, so I am sorry about that, bud. Here we go, Joy Boy carrying it down the field. It's a pass middle. Chronic has to make a save, and he does, but Judash will be there to follow. The man sitting on 3 goals, not one to be underestimated. Here we go, an opportunity. Into the corner, and Chronic reads it away. But then Chronic coughs the ball right back up, but a bump! A team bump on the goal line nearly cost Team Egg. Pat's Plats should have taken advantage of that and scored a goal. Instead, they miss wide right. And now they're stuck defending their own net unless they can march this ball down the field. Chronic does exactly that. A long shot goes right into the net. 2 goals for Pat's Plats, and they are right back into this game. Only down a goal now with 2 minutes 10 seconds to go. Your luck is horrible? Well, I'm sorry about that, Cynic. I am sorry about that. Welcome, Hedge. Welcome to the chat, Hedge. I'm doing good. How are you, Hedge? How are you doing? You're a bit late, Hedge. This is the last show match of the night, but you made it in time to watch, just not play. Here we go, though. Alexis into the corner. Can't do anything, but Team Egg still retains the lead. And you know what's interesting? They lead both in the game and in the fan vote. 75% of you have voted for Team Egg. Only 25% supporting Pat's Plats. And if that fan vote is indicative of how the series will go, it will be a resounding victory for Team Egg. Right now, they're up 1 goal in this game. That may continue, but we'll have to see how it finishes in these final, what, minute 40 now. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, last show match. Sorry about that, Hedge. It's into the corner. Pro will be there to follow. Pro putting it down the field, carrying it, dribbling, gets it over 1. Not quite. A nice touch from Starboard Lucky. Not a lot to show for it, though. Judash is going to get another chance at the net. They are right now the hat-trick hero, scoring all 3 goals for Team Egg, and they look to continue that pressure, that offensive prowess, the finishing touches. You know, often the hardest touch of all is the shot on target. Judash, an expert at getting these on target and away from the defenders so far, and he might continue. Is this another goal? No. Puts that one wide, but still a nice start here for Team Egg. If they can get goal number 4, if they can close out this game and start off their series on the right foot. That said, it's 46 seconds, and they haven't been able to get that goal. In fact, the double commit there on their offensive push might mean they walk away with no goal. 38 seconds remaining. All it takes from Pat's Plats is 1 goal, and they will tie this series right back up. But they're going to need to be better than that. A team bump will leave them in desperation mode. Throw is going to be an easy read. And indeed, Pat's Pots are struggling now. Just 20 seconds and need to make something out of nothing here. What can they do? Chronic, that was an opportunity to put this one middle. Instead, he doesn't get much of it. But the ball still remains on the side of Team Egg. Pat's Pots desperate to make something of it as the ball finds its way to the corner. And Chronic misses on that one, but that's going to give Starboard Lucky a chance. He passes it down the field. Chronic is there. Starboard actually gets a brilliant touch. It's a pass. Is anyone there for the shot? Too fast it's a pass. Chronic, another touch. Bro just has to tap this one down, and he nearly passes it away, but he doesn't quite do it. The ball hits the dirt, and Team Egg take game one into their hands. A victory to start off the series. Hedge says it's alright, man. Don't mind it all. Well, I'm glad you don't mind it. Is that it? That's how it is. But, you know, Hedge, we'll try and get you in on Saturday, maybe, if you stick around, if you're here for the Saturday stream. How has the holidays been, Hedge? I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope it was, you know, a lot of fun, enjoyable time. Well, hopefully with friends or family. Here we go. Pat's Plots versus Team A continues with game number 2. This series far from over here as we enter the second game. Team Egg, they have to win 2 more if they want to take the series in a sweep. On the other side of things, Pat's Plots, they want to tie this one up. They want to tie things up. Not you're an egg for the win, indeed. Team Egg, 75% of you believing in it with the fan vote, and it's hard not to see why. I mean, they won game number 1, and I said it, I think they have the better offensive rotations. They have the better offensive pressure. And it did kind of die off towards the end of that game, but they had, on the whole, the better pressure. And you can't just cut out the fact that when you're up 3-0, you do slow down a bit. You know you have that massive lead. You don't need to press as hard. You can play a bit safer, play a bit more defensive, and that's exactly what Team A did. They nursed their 3-goal lead, and yeah, it was cut down a bit, but ultimately they won. That's what matters. They won the game, and they entered this game in the lead of the series, and if they get a goal here, they may take the lead in this game and look to march their way to a 2-game lead. Pat's Pots, though, they have a chance to fight back, take a game of their own, and put this series into contention. Let me know if you're cheering on Team Meg. I know a bunch of you are from the fan vote, but let me see it in the chat. Can't be the only one. 6 of you rather have voted for Team Meg. Let me see your support in the chat. And on the other side, if you're rooting for Pat's Plats, don't let him, don't leave them to high and dry. Let them know you're supporting them with your chat here. As we enter again the final series of the day. This will be the finale, the only opportunity today for the first time in a while. The only matchup for Pat's Plots versus Team Egg, a classic on this stream. These obviously represented by different players every time, but these two titans of teams, Team Egg and Pat's Plots, have made recurrent appearances, and so far I think Team Egg has won like 6 series to 5 or 6 series to 4 ahead of Pat's Plots. Maybe that trend continues today, or maybe Pat's Plots get another one in the win column. Let's find out. 3 minutes to go. We are scoreless. This game, the longest we have gone without a score. Call in the chat. Cheering on Team Egg, cheering on Reppy and Dash. Let's see if they can get the job done. They're going to need to try and score on this opportunity. Pro takes the ball. Alexis is there. It's a bit of a double commit. This is going to leave Chronic with an opportunity. He puts the ball middle, but no one is there to finish the job. Starboard Lucky, maybe he can get it in, and he does. Nicely done. Sorry, Team Egg. Wait, did I read that wrong? You're rooting on Team Egg, Colt. My bad. I don't know what I said, but you're rooting on Team Egg. As we get another goal here, this time, too fast, slams it home, and Pat's Plots indeed to take the lead. Team Egg has done so well to win the game 1, to nurse the lead. Now they're playing from behind. They're playing from my walk to see what they can do to come back from this deficit, and they only have half the game to do it. I appreciate it, Dark, in the chat. I think your name is pronounced It Dark, so welcome. I hope you're having a great day, and I appreciate the kind words. I try. It's not going to be RLCS level, but I try and make this broadcast feel as close to RLCS as it can get. Ooh, a miss there from Dash will leave his team in a conundrum, but it is easily saved away by Pro. And in fact, Pro will carry that all the way to the opponent's backboard. Starboard Lucky there, though, will read that off the backboard, puts it down the other way. We're playing a bit of Boomer Ball, though. Is now Judash will get a chance with this ball. Boomer Ball, the ball hitting back and forth both ways. And another touch from Chronic, another time where he booms it away. Actually not. That was a nice play. He passed it back to a teammate. And that's what you like to see. If you boom the ball away a bit too frequently, it's going to cost you. Chronic and company, though, they are not doing that in the slightest. They nearly get a goal because of it. A nice play. All started because Too Fast passed the ball to his teammate. A very important thing to learn here. In a 3v3 scenario, let's see though if they can get anything of it. No, and in fact it will be Team Egg that ultimately emerge with the goal here. Just a nice pass from Pro. And really, I think that was more on Too Fast than anybody else. He needed to be there for the save. He doesn't race back to it in time. And Team Egg take advantage. Tie up this game with 1:33 to go. We could be looking at an overtime if we don't see a late score here. That said, there's more than enough time for a golden goal. And if it is a golden goal, that would mean the last goal will be the one that wins. And it could be this next one. Chronic trying to make that a reality, trying to get a goal here. No, not to be a save from Judash, but an own goal to finish the job. Pro, the ball was out of his net, and unfortunately for him, he careens into it, and it costs his team a goal. He pops that one in on accident, and with 1:19 to go, he has to hope that isn't the golden goal that Platts needed, because Team Egg, they have to get another goal here if they want to tie things up, force an overtime. That's a nice kickoff for Alexis to take control, but they're going to need more than a nice kickoff. They're going to need a goal. Judash, here's his opportunity. He pitches this one off the sidewall, but he doesn't keep control. Starboard Lucky gets it clear, and indeed, Platts are looking like they might run away with this one if they can hold on to the lead for one more minute. Just one more minute will be all they need. Chronic in the chat, a dot, probably mentioned, like trying to point out that Team Egg crumbled there in that moment. That said, an own goal is not a death sentence. They're only down one game. They're only down one goal. They're winning by a game, and they're only down one goal. All they got to do is score one more goal to tie things up, force an overtime. They can win it in that OT. On the other side of things, Pat's Plot, they're down a game. They don't want to go down another goal here. See an overtime. They'd rather win this cleanly. And indeed, they get the stop. They get the save. And they might see themselves to a game 3 in a tied up scenario. Starboard Lucky backing into this ball. A bit of an odd play, and it doesn't work out in their favor. Too Fast races for a save. Alexis there for one stop, but it isn't enough. The ball finds its way to the corner. Chronic is there. The time ticking away. Judash has to find this ball before it hits the dirt. Can they do it? No! Platts take game number 2 off the own goal, forcing a tied series. Team Egg, for all the good they have done this series, unfortunately, one mistake will be all it takes to cost them a game. And they enter game 3 tied right back up at 1 game apiece. 78% of you believing in Team Egg in the fan vote, and you're probably not swayed by an own goal. But at the same time, if you're cheering on Pat's Plots, you are happy about that. At the end of the day, a win is a win, no matter how it comes. But still, an unfortunate finish for Team Egg. They're going to have to bounce back mentally from that loss there, from that horrible, pretty hard own goal. If they want to win this series, they have to put that out of their mind and fight their way back in. It is far from over. Team Egg looks like the better team in game 1 in terms of offensive rotation. I expect that to continue. So let's see what they can do here in this next game. Pat's Plots, they took a game, but it's not over. They got to win 2 more if they want to win this series. And this is high stakes gameplay. Remember, the winner of this game goes on match point. An absolutely massive advantage. If you're the one on match point, you just got to win 1 more game. Your opponent has to win 2 in a row. You absolutely want that lead. You want that advantage. Watch to see who comes out with it here in the 3rd game. In the chat, we see people saying the Team Egg is cracked. I don't think they've cracked just yet, but certainly they've got to turn things around. Reppy in the chat saying he's peaking, and it still wasn't enough. A peaking Reppy still nets his team a loss. We'll have to see if he can change things up here. Starboard Lucky forced into a defensive posture. Luckily for him, no save was needed. I'm not sure he had a save there. Team Egg kind of squandered an offensive opportunity there, and will remain tied up with 4 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. Here we go, though. Chances both ways, both teams vying for their opportunity. Judash is going to carry this ball, flip, reset. 1, maybe 2, no, can't get the second one, but still a nice start for the side of Team Egg. And maybe this is what the doctor ordered, maybe this is what they need. Some nice extended offensive pressure to drain the boost, starve out their Pat's Plots, and maybe get a goal out of it, but no! All that offense will end ultimately leads to nothing. The ball is cleared away, and Pat's Plots have an opportunity to collect some boost. Now, the goal doesn't go their way the other side, but again, this allowed them to break out and get some great shots on target. Another one there from Starboard Lucky, another save. But they have broken out of their own side, and they have kept things Interesting. That's a double commit though. Now, when I say interesting, it says a completely different meaning. They have to make this stop, and they do. Starboard Lucky, a necessary save, keeps his team from conceding. We remain at 0-0, but Pat's Flats nearly cost themselves there, and it's still dangerous. A shot, a save. Starboard Lucky, a brick wall on the goal line for Pat's Flats. Goal line, indeed. You know, whether or not he is a goal line, Team Egg can't let that stop them. They need a goal here if they want to win this game. They've got 3 minutes to do it in regulation. You know, that's what they want to see. Let's see how far they can go here with this final 3 minutes remaining, what they can do. Maybe it'll be Chronic on the other side, though. Pat's Flats trying to score just the same. Too fast is going to be his opportunity. That's just a pass. No one there to follow up. Judash puts it into his own corner. Starboard Lucky has to clear, and he does. Pat's Flats. Now it's their turn on the offense. Team Egg, what can they do about it? Starboard Lucky, he puts this central. There for a save. Unfortunately, nothing to be done there. Judash puts it on the sidewall. Alexis, not a lot there either. Chronic puts it central. Judash off the wall. And Chronic gonna put this one on target. It is saved away. Starboard Lucky. What can he do? Not a lot. Oh, he nearly got a goal there, and it was still a decent pass, but none of his teammates follow up. Pat's Flats don't get the goal, and again, we remain tied 0-0. This is a crucial game to go up match point. Which team will emerge victorious? We'll have to see who has the more grit, who has the more determination. Maybe it's too fast, but no, another shot, another whiff. Pat's Flats can't get a goal. They can't buy a goal here. Can't get one to save their life. Judash, a risky play, but it works out in his favor again. Pat's Flats struggling, don't get even a shot, let alone a goal. And maybe that's what Judash needed. It is. Team A will start off our scoring with just 1:30 left in this game. And what a better goal than this one. Judash pops it mid, 50-50s it into the net. Starboard Lucky wasn't lined up to make that save, and we suddenly have a lead for Team Egg in what could be their game 2 win, putting them on match point. But they're going to need to finish the job. They're going to have to maybe make some saves, because this series can easily flip on its head. It's just a 1-goal lead in this game. All it takes is 2 goals away of Pat's Flats, and suddenly things have exactly flipped around. It will be a 1-game lead in the series for Pat's Flats. Solo goal, indeed not. What a goal it was. He's been carrying. Judash has been carrying for the side of Team Egg, and you expect that to continue in this game. Let's see if they can. That was a poor touch by Pro. Too fast is going to be able to maybe pinch this one in. Instead it's a pinch pass. Chronic will finish. A brilliant play. The pass, the finish, the striking. Phenomenal. Finally for Pat's Flats. They struggled early in this game, but they find the ice when they need it. And with 46 seconds to go, we have a tie game in game number 3. They parked the bus, indeed, did Pat's Flats, but it wasn't enough. They concede a goal. Now they turn it around, put up the offense, get the goal they need, and they're going to need one more if they want to avoid an overtime. Let's see, though, with 35 seconds, who exactly will win that overtime. Here's an opportunity too fast, but it is seen away by Judash. In fact, Pro, that's a brilliant pass shot. Oh, a little too high, but it was perfectly placed to be a pass, and Judash will finish the job. 2 goals the better is Team Egg, and with 25 seconds, that might be all they need. All the work there on the side of Pro Shiloh. It was a great shot from Judash, don't get me wrong, but a brilliant pass to allow that finish. And what a shot, what a goal, what a lead for Team Egg, and if they hold on to it in this final 20 seconds, they will go on match point. Let's go, Reppies in the chat. Let me hear it if you're cheering on Team A. This could be their shining moment to put themselves on match point. Backboard passes indeed are OP. Alexis trying to put this one home, not quite. But it's unneeded. Starboard Lucky will see this ball down the field for a last chance. The ball is actually kept alive. Too fast. A brilliant touch. It's an opening. Chronic has to get there, and no, the ball will hit the dirt. Chronic doesn't read it in time, and Team Egg are on match point. 2 games to 1. Just one more game for the Egg, the Team Egg, and they will win this series. They are scrambling Pat's Flats right now. We're going to need to see an absolute shift on the offensive end from Pat Spots if they want to win any of these series. One goal there is not going to cut it. I'd say their defense isn't too shabby. They really need to work on is their offense. We got to see more. We got to see more pristine shooting, better placement. And if they can do that, if they can update their style, change out their methods, maybe, just maybe, they win this game and force Champs Field Game 5. Indeed, Dwarf, an intense series. Could go either way. Team Egg, though, they have the lead. And if they win this game, they will take the series. Pat Spots have to win 2 in a row. Well, let's see if they can do it. Who will emerge victorious? Again, could go either way. Would not be surprising. Let's find out. That's a nice shot. Chronic puts it down the field. Alexis is there. So is Pro. And we'll see its way down to the Pat Splat side. So a nice start here from Team Egg. Maybe they can take advantage of this. And Judash will. A poor touch from Too Fast. Puts it central. Judash sees that. Takes it. Takes, basically sees Too Fast handing the ball away and takes full advantage. Goal number 1, the way of Team Egg. They may be running away with the series just as much as they are running away with the fan vote. 77% of you believe in a Team Egg victory, and it's hard not to see why. As not only are they up in this series 2-1, now they're up in the game, and they are looking like the dominant team. Eggs indeed, Colt cheering on Team Eggs in the chat. You gotta imagine Team Eggs are the full-on favorites at this point. But maybe we'll see Pat Spots pull out all the stops, change things around Too Fast. Certainly trying to be the one to do that. In the corner, Chronic gonna have to pass this ball backwards. To his teammate actually forward. Sorry, no pass backwards required. Nearly gets a goal himself, but he put it off target. Too Fast waiting in the corner. That's over 1, but Alexis will hit this one back. Starboard lucky, it's his opportunity into the corner. The ball is high, seen away. Chronic gonna have to finish this one. Get a save. If he can't do it, Team Egg might take a 2-goal lead. They nearly do it there instead. Judash gets a 50-50. Pro put that into the corner. Too Fast trying to get there for a shot. Instead is seen away by the defenders. Now it's another breakaway. Chronic 1v2. He's gonna have to 50 his way past one. Not quite. Pro Shiloh will be there. That time it is a juke out. Let's see if they can finish the job. Reminder, Team Eggs are on match point. If they win this game, this series is over. And if they hold on to this lead, that's exactly what's going to happen. But Starboard Lucky gets a nice save there. Says, I'm not out of this yet. I haven't given up quite yet. And there's an opening. Chronic, can he put the shot in? No, that would have been the tying goal. Saved away by the defenders. Still, though, a whiff, an opening. Chronic to tie, and he gets the job done. Pat Spots tie us right back up. 1 goal apiece. Welcome to RL Man in the chat. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. The next stream will be on Saturday. I stream Thursdays and Saturdays. This is the last show match of the day, but I also stream on Saturdays. This Saturday it'll probably be in the late evening, so maybe like 6 p.m. EST, a little earlier than I started today, but still late in the day. Here we go, though. Opportunities abounding for both sides. Pat Spots and Team Egg. They both have, what it takes to emerge victorious in this series, but they're going to need to show a little more gumption. They're going to need to show a little bit more of their offensive prowess because they're going to need another goal to win this game. And in the case of Pat Spots, they're going to need more than just this goal. They're going to need to win this game and the next one. Here we go. Pro Shiloh. Ooh, I like that. Some fancy spin work there. Gets it by one player, but unfortunately just falls away of the defending team. Pat Spots don't really know how to take advantage, but then I spin too soon. They take exact advantage. Too Fast finds an opening, finds the hole, and nails it. Goal number 2 for Pat Spots, and they take a lead in what could be the second to last game if they win this one. W for rocking esports decals. Indeed, Mercy, I agree. W indeed for rocking these esports decals. Congrats again on your victory. Starboard Lucky, an opportunity there, but it is 50 away. Judash, a runaway goal. What happened here? He ties things up for Team Egg, and what a better time. Sir, surely couldn't ask for a better time than to tie up the game here. And now, great question in the chat, by the way. What rank are they? These players range from low diamonds to high champ. So a pretty wide variety here. Here we go. A chance for Judash. It's on the sidewall. Judash, oh no, an uncharacteristic whiff is going to leave his team in desperation mode. They're going to need to make another save. Starboard Lucky is there, going for the demo, but can't quite get anything from it. Here we go, Alexis in the corner. That's a nice touch, but will the, will they be able to make anything of it? Chronic nearly does. Dangerous times for Team A, but they keep the score sheet tied at 2 apiece. Maybe gonna get goal number 3 here. Judash, an opening, a shot, a save. Chronic, a necessary one, keeping Pat's Plats alive. We got a minute 39 to go, and surely Team A win this. Surely, if Team A score a goal here, they will win this series. So Pat's Plats are on pretty much the backs against the wall. They can't afford to let another goal in. An opportunity again for both teams, but another 50 goes neither direction. The first person to the ball can't make contact, and that may leave the ball in Chronic's hands. Instead, Alexis actually is going to see the ball, but again, another double whiff. Both players on both teams are jumping at balls and whipping. The stress is getting to people. The pressure of this moment surely starting to play on their minds, especially Pat's Plats, who if they lose this game, their series is over. On the other hand, if they can score in the next 52 seconds and keep out any other scores, that will be a victory for Team A. They will win this series, keeping themselves, win this game and win the series, and end it all the here and now. Let's see, another dash touch in the corner, but a 50 from Chronic will see the ball away. 30 seconds remaining. Starboard Lucky, what can you do with this? Not a lot. The ball finds its way down the field. Too fast now. Central. Oh, double tap for Pro. Is it an open net? No, Pro can't quite put it in. It would have been a brilliant double to finish the game and the series. But with 15 seconds to go, we don't see a late score here. We will be headed our way into overtime. But Alexis, that's a poor touch, nearly gives the other team a shot on target in these final moments. Instead, it's going to be Starboard Lucky. It's a pass. It's Central. Two passes there, keeping the ball alive. Now, either team, if they don't score here, and they will not, we will see overtime in game number 4. Team A trying to win this series here and now. Pat's Plats looking to force Champs Field, who will emerge victorious. It's 50 here, but Pro doesn't make contact. Chronic, it's passed sideways. Starboard Lucky is there. Oh, the ball pins high. They have to make a save, and it is a stretch on one, but a save ultimately comes out for Team A. Now they put their ball down the other way. Alexis, that's a pass off the sidewall. Chronic, what can he do? Not a lot. It finds its way to Alexis, but that's a poor touch because he gives it right back to Chronic, and they need to make another save. They cannot do it. Chronic will get the long shot. The goal of the game, of perhaps the series, with 31 seconds on the overtime clock. He finishes it here now, forces Champions Field in a Game 5 finish. What a series, our third Game 5 of the day. We can't have it any other way. It cannot have it any other way. Whew, what a series. What a series. 77% of you still believing in Team A. I'm going to leave that poll going. And you know what? If you've changed your mind, vote for Pat's Plats. But we are headed to game number 5. Let me actually change the map real quick to Champions Field. Game number 5, Champs Field. Everything, all the marbles are on this in this match now. Team A, for all the work they've done, if they drop this last game, they'll lose the series. Same thing for Pat's Plats. They made a comeback. They won that last game. They want to win their second in a row, or it'll all have been for nothing. Who emerged victorious? Pat's Plats. Team A, only one can be the ultimate winner. Let me know with your both fan vote and chat. Don't spam it a bit too much. Keep it to a couple, 2-3 messages. You don't need to massive spam here. There we go. 5 minutes on the clock. An early kickoff goes the way of Team A, but I don't think they're going to be able to follow up on this one. Well, unless the ball is passed right their way, but then a poor catch from Pro will give the ball right back. Both teams making poor decisions early, and it may net a goal for Pat's Plats. Instead, the ball is seen away. Judash and Alexis, a bit of a double commit. Might cost Team A, especially if Chronic can get around this ball. He doesn't need to, though. Again, Pro Shyla passing the ball away to the other team. A nice clear from the side of Team A, but Starboard Lucky will see this ball away. And in fact, Starboard Lucky putting it off the backboard with another pass. Pat's Plats, a lot of good passing, but not a lot of good shooting so far. You imagine they could be up a goal at this point. I'm not quite sure why they're not. Let's see if they change anything around here. Imagine losing game 5, indeed. Imagine losing game 5. Well, let's see here. Which way will it go? Pats, Flats, they have what it takes to emerge victorious, but winning this game might be the toughest task of their lives. On the other side of things, Team Egg, another tough challenge. They know they can win this series, but they've got to do it on short notice. They've got 3 minutes and 50 seconds, and they need to win this out here and now. So far, so good. No goals either direction. You got to imagine players playing it very safe here. They don't want to concede in the final game of the series. Who would? You know, who would? Who would? But at the same time, you've got to score a goal yourself. I mean, a minute 30 has been off the clock, and scoring first is so important. You don't want to have to dig yourself out of a hole. And a large part about, you know, not having to dig yourself out of a hole is being the first team to score. So let's see who will do it, who will emerge victorious here. Maybe we see a 0-0 overtime. Stranger things have happened. But again, 2 minutes off the clock. And so far, these teams remain tied up in 0 apiece. Of course, the moment I say that, we finally get a goal, and it is indeed the side of Pat's Plat's Chronic. A runaway goal here. He just taps it down the field. Pro Shyla misjudges the save and doesn't get back in time. A 1-0 lead. Pat's Plat's unbelievably have the lead here in the final game here. Champions Field, 3 minutes to go, and if they hold on to it, if they nurse the 1-goal lead, they could walk away with a victory in the series. On the other side of things, they're only down 1 goal. Team Egg, they know they have the ability to fight back. Now, you gotta imagine another goal would make it a lot harder. They don't want to concede goal number 2, but they won't do it because they've got a goal of their own up their sleeves. Pro gets the job done. A brilliant shot off an even better pass. Judash off the ceiling, passes it central, and a nice shot behind both defenders will net Team Egg their first goal of the game and tie this game right back up. 81% of you believe in a Team Egg victory this series. And they might very well march their way towards it with 3 minutes 38 seconds on the clock. Nearly a goal there from Alexis, instead saved away. It is looking deadly, dangerous, and troublesome for Pat's Platts. They need to change things up. They need to turn this around or they will lose this. They could potentially lose this game, and indeed they nearly are down a goal. They remain tied up though, but indeed nearly got down a goal there. Too fast, can't get anything done. And indeed it's Starboard Lucky putting it down the field, saved away by Alexis into the corner. Chronic, what can you do? Not a lot. A nice 50 there, but it won't mean much unless it can get the goal. Chronic indeed, that's a nice pass central. 2 passes going to be there to read it, but so are 2 of the defenders. Bro and Judash, a nice touch central. But again, they lose the ball. But end-to-end action, a bit of boomer ball here in the final minutes. 2 minutes to go, about a minute 40 to go, rather. We'll have to see who can emerge victorious. 2-1 to Team Egg, no OT. We have Mercy calling the game, believing in Team Egg. We'll have to see if they can do it. Cynic Colt also believing Egg. Same thing with Nut. And you know what? You guys might be wrong. Pat's Plots take goal number 2, or at least the score line on the side of Mercy LFT is wrong, as Chronic slams home another goal and keeps Pat's Plots hopes alive. As now not only are they up a goal in this game, they have an opportunity to extend the lead on the kickoff. Chronic, it's going to be his turn with the ball. Oh, a whiff there means that Team Egg aren't out of it yet. We'll have to see if they can do anything. Riz, welcome to the channel, by the way. I hope you're having a good one. Pat's Platts using next, so I'm not so sure about that, but it sure may look like it in some of these nice shots. That one from Starboard Lucky saved away by Pro. Another shot for Starboard Lucky, and this time there will be no save. Chronic passes it central, and somehow, some way, Pat's Platts have marched their way to a 2-goal lead in game number 5. Some magic in the final moments, and Pat's Platts look to walk away with one here in the final game of the series. They just need to hold on for 1 more minute. 60 seconds left. And if they win this one, they win the series. Team Egg, desperate to turn things around, desperate for a goal. They can't afford to keep conceding, and that's exactly what's happening. Chronic makes it 4-1 as Pat's Plats are rolling in the final couple minutes. Team Egg needs a miracle. 3 goals in 51 seconds. It is not mathematically impossible, not by a long shot, but it is a Herculean task Sorry, I had to think about how to say that one. A Herculean task here as they enter this final 46 seconds. That's exactly what it is. Maybe they start off one goal at a time, but no, too fast with a nice stop. And that exactly epitomizes why it is a Herculean task. These are tough goals. You're not going to be getting any gimmies here, and you got to score 3 of them with now only 30 seconds to go. Judash, he needs a goal. He has to do something, anything. That's a nice 50, but Alexis has to dive of it. A double commit will result in nothing. No goals. Pats Plats have done the unthinkable. 18 seconds remain, and they have won this series, won this game along with it, ended it on a high note, and proven 74% of chat incorrect. Unbelievable finish to what's been a blast of a series. Pats Plats finally get the job done, close out in these final moments, and take the series 3 games to 2. GG's to all 6 players. I want to thank everyone for participating and congratulate the winning team. Congrats, Pats Plats. What a series. Team Egg and Pats Plats, you guys played all so well. Congratulations. Thank you all for playing. What a game. What a series. What a stream. Whew. My goodness. What a loss for words, because what an ending to that series. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am pooped because that was just a fun ending. It was a close one, and then they broke away with it. Pats Plats, you know. And that's really where it comes down to in that final game 5 is holding your nerve and not letting the goals waterfall. Because it's one thing to let a goal in and be down in the final minute. It's a completely other thing to let them score another goal, and then another goal, and then you're down 3, and then it really is over. So I think you know they just got to work on holding the defensive line off of a demoralizing goal like that. Yeah, Team Egg, the winner in our hearts, says Mercy, and I totally get it. The winner in our hearts. You were popping off, says Ruppy. Very nice. GG's indeed, GG's. You deserve MVP. I don't really award MVPs, but if you think you deserved it, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed. You know, you had fun and you played it. You can't beat hackers. Oh, very funny, Nut. Very funny. Thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. If you are on the stream and you played today, thank you. And thank you everyone for watching as well. We got a lot of new subscribers, so I want to thank everybody that's new here and subscribed. You know, it helps me grow and it helps you get notified, so I really do appreciate it. We're up to 653. We passed a big milestone, so thank you to all the subscribers. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next stream. With that, I'm going to end it. We will be streaming on Saturday, and hopefully a video comes out after New Year's. I kind of slowed down on the videos a bit for the holiday season, but there will be more videos to come in the new year as we get ready to kick off the RLCS season. It's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for RLCS. I hope you are too. I hope I'll see you guys on the Saturday stream. If not, have a great New Year's, and I'll see you guys next time. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one. I'll end it here. Have a great night. See you guys.